Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, everybody. I'm trying to get my box into a circle, but it's not working. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Thank you. Yes, I picked a new little got live goal today, the garden. I thought it was cute for spring. Welcome in, everybody. I can't see. There we go. I finally found my circle. I don't know how. I accidentally do it every day. I don't know how. Don't you know how? But anyway, is everybody ready for some Diava Smackdown? Let's go. Let's go. Girl, me too, Christy. I'm exhausted of all this too. We go for some Diava Smackdown. Hey, Nelson. Hi, OGM. On YouTube. Hey. Every day for waiting for MAGA to enter the door with a this and a that and a sheepish grin. Look out, MAGA, she's about to begin. She's got moxie, it runs through her soul. She's the queen of SmackDown, yeah, it's her role. She invites the MAGA to challenge a fight. Careful where you tread, cause she's got come see Diana, a crusader of truth. Her sassy one-liners carry more than thanks for subscribing, Dan. She's bold and she's strong, she's a force to see. Diana is the badass of SmackDown Queens. MAGA tries to argue, but they have no wit. Diana hit him with facts when they start talking shit. Your logic's a mess, your facts are weak. Go step aside, boo, I've got truth to speak. She's got a heart of gold, but her force is steel. Don't ever talk over her, cause she'll make you squeal. From Twitter to TikTok, she's roaming the streets. Diana's got game, and she's hard to beat. See Diana, a crusader of truth. Her sassy one-liners carry more than one tooth. She's bold and she's strong, she's a force to see. Diana is the badass of SmackDown Queens. She's got a megaphone and a platform to preach. Running a show in the TikTok streets. Equality for all and respect for her crew. Come meet Sir Val and Gemma the Jew. With MAGAs in the corner, looking kind of small as they stumble over word and begin the free fall. Diava delivers the end game stunner. She says, "Oh, look, we have a Diana, a crusader of truth." Her sassy one-liners carry more than one tooth. She's bold and she's strong. She's a force to see. Diana is the badass of SmackDown Queens. So raise up our glasses and give her a follow. Come see her make all the MAGA twits swallow. With her wit and her wisdom, she's got game. Diava's a legend, and we all know her name. Stop being so emotional, MAGA. Hello, hello. Welcome in, welcome in. If you voted for Donald Trump, you're going to be hitting the guest request box and requesting to come on up. Let's have a conversation. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. I'm going to bring up my backup. This is my backup account, but I'm going to bring up my backup account on the screen to make sure you guys are all following it. And then we'll get started with our first guest. So, all right. Come on in, one and all. Come on in. All right. Just give me 1 second. Let me bring up my backup account and we'll get rolling. If you voted for Donald Trump, you're going to hit the guest request and come on up. Let's have a conversation. Come on. There we go. I do have somebody waiting in the box. If you'll just give me 1 second, Truth Warrior. I've got to bring up my backup account here. All right. All right. All right.
Do you guys see my backup in the box? Hi, everybody. See, I don't see it on my screen. That is so weird. Hold on, let me do something. There we go. Okay. It's now on my screen. I had to turn off my Wi-Fi and put it on data. I don't know what's happening, but whatever, we're going to move forward. Okay, I can't bring up our first guest because they have 0 followers and are following 0, which means they're either a bot or they're just going to come up here and slur and try to get my live shut down. So we're going to move on. If you voted for Donald Trump, legit voted for Donald Trump, I am looking to talk to you. If you have less than like 50 or 100 followers, I'm probably not going to bring you up because I keep getting bots and people just streaming slurs. So if your fake account looks fake, I ain't bringing you up either. So anybody else? Everybody make sure you guys are smashing the screen. Let's get to at least 50K as quick as we can. It does not look like we have hit the For You page yet. So I need you guys to all be doing this one after the other. I'll check it out, Becky. Thank you on YouTube. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. Trump #1 supporter. Yep, not bringing you up. You have 1 follower. You're a bot, or you're going to come up here and slur. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. Thank you for sharing the live. Thank you for hitting the screen. I need to see those hearts flying. Need to see those hearts flying. We have not hit the For You page yet. All right. All I'm getting is bots requesting. So I'm just going to go ahead and block them so they will stop asking because I'm not bringing you up. So you might as well move on. I was actually, that's why I was a few minutes late. I was waiting because FSU was supposed to have a 4 p.m. news conference. I was waiting to watch live before I came on, but it never came on where I could find it. So for the school shooting at FSU. Last I read, there's 1 unalived and 6 in the hospital. Oh, 4:30. Okay. Well, I have it on. I have the TV on. It's just muted. So if I see it come up, I'll see what they say. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. Or in the United States of America, it's Thursday. The suspect is apprehended. Yes. Last I read. All right. If you voted for Donald Trump, you're going to hit the guest request button and come on up. Let's have a conversation. If you voted for Donald Trump, I think the problem that I have with, before the election, you talk to these Trump supporters and they're like, I'm voting for Donald Trump because I believe my Second Amendment rights, and I have them, my Second Amendment rights, so we can rise up against a tyrannical government. Well, our government is now officially tyrannical and not following the Supreme Court orders and federal judges. So where you at, 2A's? You getting your militia together? You getting? Like, I haven't received a memo or anything of what we're doing. Like, you've been waiting for this your whole life. Where are you? You guys been stockpiling? I need my 10 AR-15s in case the tyrannical government comes knocking on my door and trying to drag me off to prison. Oh, you mean like they're doing right now to immigrants? Oh, and then yesterday in Florida, a U.S.-born citizen with a United States birth certificate picked up by ICE, went before a judge. His mother showed his birth certificate, and the judge said, sorry, I can't do anything about it to get him released. First U.S. citizen. U.S. born citizen. U.S. born citizen. U.S. born citizen. His name is Juan Carlos Lopez Gomez. Born in the United States. So his mom took his birth certificate down to the courthouse, and that yes, he's in custody, and the judge said she can't release him. If one person doesn't have due process, no one does. No one. Everyone should be concerned. I know you think it's just brown people, so you're like, yeah, get them out of here. Yeah. These are U.S. born citizens. Miss me with your bullshit. Yeah, Rodney, you were the one here yesterday, right? No, I'm not bringing you up. They're holding him in Leon County, Florida. Look it up. Juan Carlos Lopez Gomez. U.S. born citizen in ICE custody. Mom showed paperwork to the judge that he was born here, United States citizen with a United States birth certificate. And the judge said, nothing I can do, sorry. Bullshit. If no one has due process, if one person doesn't get due process, none of us do. So if you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button and let's talk. They're so freaking, they're just mouthy in this comment section, but won't come up and talk about it. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button, stop hiding in the comment section, and come up and talk to me. You cowards. Of course they're scared. They can't defend this shit. There's no way. All I heard before the election was, I need all my 10 ARs in case a tyrannical government comes and drags me out of my house. Well, they're dragging people out of their house. Are you ready? Are you ready? Buckle up. Yeah, every time they say, let me up, you're a bot. Get out of here. You're a bot. Get out of here. You're just going to come up and slur. Get out of here. Thank you, Doc Nancy. Aren't those so cute? I picked that for today because I thought that was cute. It's the first spring. We have a flash goal, guys, of the goat. I think it just cost you one. I think it just cost you one coin. Do you not hear me speaking?
No, I don't. Speak.
Piss off. Don't talk to me like that. You're in the wrong live. You got the wrong girl. Tis not me. Tis not me. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. Nope. I already know. I already know that you are a bot in likely trouble because of your name. I'm getting wise to you little bots. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. All right, we got a little flash goal up there of the goat. I think it cost you like one coin. Go ahead and if you would like to help meet that little flash goal, I think I only need like 9 more. Thank you for those that helped fill that up. I really appreciate you. Aw. Are you gonna stop? Are you gonna stop barking orders at me like I'm some fucking subordinate of yours?
irritating.
Oh, it's a good thing that you can just swipe away and never see me again. Goodbye. Goodbye. I just brought you back up here so I could kick you again. That was fun. If you don't like me and you find me irritating, all you gotta do is scroll on, big boy. You put your thumb on the screen and just swipe up, and poof, I'm gone. It's a fucking miracle. Woo! It's a miracle. Hallelujah. Yeah, okay. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. Oh, Blondie. I wonder how many cats she has. They are so unoriginal. They're so unoriginal. Like they've worn out the whole cat lady, blah, blah. Ridiculousness. Just utter ridiculous. They're so silly. So unoriginal. So cookie cutter. So parroted. Just weird. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. Cats are better than people, that much I know. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. I guess I'm going to have to change the background because apparently they're like, yeah, this is what we voted for. We're ready for our 2A. They're doing everything they're supposed to do. Yeah, they're kidnapping people off the street and sending them to concentration camps. That's what they're supposed to be doing. That would be a no dog. I'm not bringing Jordan up. Jordan is coming up here to say the N word and to slur and to say every word that you're not allowed to say on TikTok to try to get me taken down. I already know. So that's why I'm not bringing him up. Cats never tariffed penguins. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. I do. I have fans. I have Trump supporters that are fans. It's weird because they come every day. We are 25 minutes in, and not a single Trump supporter will come up and talk to me. Not one. Should I change the background because it'll look, oh, I can't read. I guess it's too many words. Let me go back to pictures. Let me go back to pictures. Let me go back to pictures. There we go. There we go. Good old furrer Trump. Oh, and then RFK Jr. going after and going hard on autistic people last night. I about lost my ever loving shit. Because you know what they did in 1930s Germany? They exterminated disabled people before they ever got to the Jewish people. So when he's up there, and the first thing that RFK Jr. says is autistic people will never pay taxes. They'll never hold a job, won't get married, have a family, or even use the bathroom by themselves. He's conditioning people to not think that autistic people are humans and that they're just a drain on society because they'll never pay taxes. He did it. He said, he didn't say they wouldn't be able to have a great quality of life. You know, they have this and that and the other. First thing out of his mouth, they won't pay taxes. They'll never pay taxes. They'll never have a job. They'll never have a family. They'll ruin your family. They destroy families. You see what's happening here? You can see the parallels, can you not? I have a child with autism. He goes to the bathroom all by himself. He's a human being. He has not destroyed our family. He hasn't destroyed his own life. This is what they did to disabled people in 1930s Germany because they were extinguished far longer before they got to the Jewish people. Wake the fuck up.
All right.
How did you?
First off.
Nope.
I hate faggots. Kill yourself, nigger.
All right, I gotta start over. I'll be right back. Fucking A, man. I hate these people. I hate these people with all my heart. They're just fucking scum of the earth. Just goddamn degenerates.
It's dangerous.
Just racist, disgusting, filthy people. I wish we didn't have to share society with them. It's like I almost don't want to bring anybody up. They do it on purpose to just get me have to start over or get banned. It's not funny, yeah. Hello, welcome in, everybody. Welcome back, welcome back. These people are just straight fucking trash. Just your normal coming up and saying all the words that you're not supposed to say. So I have to start over. Thank you, Nate. The sad lady. I'm not racist. Why do you call all of us racist? Little red-pilled incel little fucks. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request, even though I don't want you to. Oh my god. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. I know that's what they want, but that's why I won't let them get me. No matter how frustrated I get, I'm going to come right back. I'm going to come right back. I'm going to come right back. You're not going to silence me. I know I'm doing something right if all they want to do is silence me. Fuck you very much. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. We don't need to see what this not a rise in autism. We just are better able to diagnose it. They used to just call those kids something else that we don't use anymore. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. They've always been there. What do you think they called the people that will like stare out the window at school? Oh, they're daydreamers. What about the person who's a klutz or who's a messy, who has a hard time keeping their room clean or their house clean because they have executive function disorder, but nobody knew to diagnose it. It's not that there's an uptick. It's just that they know how to diagnose it now and actually give it a name. Not hard, people. Not hard. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. This whole administration is about eugenics. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. All right. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. Nope, bacon, Jesus, whatever you are. No, I'm not bringing you up. You're a bot. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. Nope. Bacon-free Jesus, I'm not bringing you up. You can just stop asking. If you have 1 or 2 followers, I'm not bringing you up. 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 You're bots or you come up here and slur. I'm not bringing you up.
And apprehended the shooter. 2 victims of the deceased are deceased, and 5 individuals have been transported to a local hospital with gunshot wounds. The shooter has also been transported to a local hospital. The 2 deceased are not students. The shooter is believed to be a current FSU student. I do not have additional information on the shooter's identity at this time.
I have over 8,000 followers, you ding
Students who
dong.
need assistance can go to the Donald L. Tucker Center.
And this is my backup account. My main, I have almost 40,000.
Healthcare and other support services. Family members are also able to go to the Tucker Center for assistance. Students, faculty, and staff are asked to call their loved ones as soon as possible to update them on their status.
This is the school shooting at Florida State
The
University.
area is still considered an active crime scene. Individuals should avoid the area. Students should not return to the student union to retrieve personal property at this time. Students may return to their residence halls, but they should otherwise stay indoors on main campus to allow first responders and university staff to do their jobs and respond to those needing assistance. Students may depart campus for the weekend. All classes have been canceled through Friday. Before I turn this over to Chief Rebel, I want to thank all the brave men and women of the FSU PD for responding immediately.
If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button.
To the scene. I also want to thank the responding agencies who have provided assistance to FSU today, big time, including the Tallahassee Police Department, the Leon County Sheriff's Office, the Florida Highway Patrol, Leon County Emergency Medical Services, FDLE, and all other responding agencies today. We really appreciate your support. That's all the information I have at this time. We'll have additional update for you later today.
All right. We're listening in on the news conference for the pew-pewing at the Florida State University in Tallahassee. Are we great yet, guys? I'm going to go out on a limb and say that that person is probably not an immigrant, probably a white man or boy. Yeah, I might go with that. You know, the typical for United States. Okay, 0 followers, John Shepard. I'm not bringing you up. Try again. Try a different account, boo. I'm getting wise to you. See, do you see all the Trump supporters making all these comments? These are either people bots that are in Russia at these little troll farms, and they're not requesting up. They're just spewing crap. So mute them from the comments. The only way they're going to be able to talk in here is if they come up and have a conversation. You're not going to come in here, spew your nonsense, spew your bullshit, and then just keyboard abuse from the comment section because you either are a coward or you're a bot. It's okay. You're either a coward or you're a bot. That's it. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. Are we going to have nobody today? I guess they're in their fifis. They can't explain, nor can they justify. I can't say that, Justin. Thank you for the $1 Venmo, but I can't say that. Erica, thank you for the $25 Venmo. It just came through. I hope you're here. Thanks for all that you do each and every day. Please send those Trumpers back to the hole they crawled out of. Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Justin said, he said another exciting day of Trumpers basically saying, I want Daddy Trump's blank smacking across my face. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. Let's go. I haven't had a single Trump supporter will come up and talk to me. What gives, guys? If you guys want to help support my live, I do have Cash App and Venmo. It's just spelled Diavatalks, just like my name. I'll put it on the screen here on the little yellow banner to help you out. But if you'd like to help support me, I am here every single day, 7 days a week. Contrary to what all the Republicans and MAGA think, I do not get paid by the DNC. The RNC pays influencers and activists, but the DNC doesn't. And I don't get any money from George Soros either. I am completely crowdfunded. So if you want to help support my live, please feel free. Diavatalks, Cash App, Venmo, appreciate it. Even if like everybody sent like $1, I'd make my whole day. You guys are awesome. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. No, Harry's not paid. Harry, Dean, Chris, all of them. Can you join as a non-support? No. I'm only bringing up Trump supporters and Trump supporters only till 6 p.m. At 6 p.m., I bring up anybody. Harris voters, Stein voters, Groundhog Stein. I call her Groundhog Stein because she only pops up every 4 years to run for president to siphon away votes from Democrats. The rest of the 3.5 years, she's in Russia having dinner with Vladimir Putin. So that seems really cool. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. What does jobs mean? Some of y'all don't know English, or you're bots, because you ain't making no goddamn sense. They are not paid. We are what it's look at Open Secrets, opensecrets.org or .com. Open Secrets has who and what everybody are paid by. We would all love to be getting paid, I promise you, but we're not. The DNC does not do that. They do not do that. Hi, Smitty, did you vote for Trump?
Yeah.
All right, how old are you and what state did you vote in?
It's apparently muted and brought up here.
Well, yeah, Trump supporters aren't allowed to stay cowards in the comment section. They have to come up and talk to me because they're the only ones that are allowed in the box right now. So,
It's easy to look up all the documents.
How old are you? How old are you? How old are you? How old are you? And what state did you vote in?
Idaho, 49.
Okay, thank you.
Can I address this actually?
Yeah, go ahead, Victoria.
They can't be paid because any federal candidate has to report that on the FEC report, including name and address of the person that they're paying for their campaign. So no, they're not in fact paid, and the DNC has to play by the same rules.
And if you are being paid or sponsored,
all the documents online are just all fake then.
if you pay, what document? Not that I care because this is so stupid. I don't care.
What
But
source are you referring to?
Yeah.
Buddy boy?
I don't have them on, man.
Of course you don't. Of course. It's trustmebro.com. That's where he got it. Trustmebro.com.
Just fucking look it up. It's not that hard to find.
Smitty, let's believe for a second that I believe what you're saying. It is not possible to pay them without it being fully documented in your FEC reports. Do you know what an FEC report is?
It is fully documented. Just go look it up.
Where? What source?
Holy hell, you're just supposed to believe me, goddammit, Victoria.
I know, right? Like,
Oh, and he left. Oh, there's the trustmebro.com. It don't work here, boo-boo bear.
yeah. Okay, like just for everyone's purposes, I have to literally write out every single donation that I get and who I get it from. I have required and mandatory reporting. If not, I can literally be taken to court by the U.S. government and charged a fine for not having those reports right. So miss me with your bullshit.
I can't look.
It will hold me accountable.
Well, yeah, like Priscilla. I don't know if you know Priscilla on this app. Priscilla was actually working or was sponsored by the Hillary Rodham campaign or foundation, and it's disclosed. It's on her little disclaimer. Whenever she's live, it says paid for by the Hillary Clinton Foundation, whatever. You have to disclose if you're being paid. Just like if I hawk a product on the TikTok shop, it says at the bottom, this person earns a commission or whatever. You have to tell. It is part of reporting if you are being sponsored. Sorry, it's just required, and not only just FEC reports like she's talking about, but even TikTok requires you. Yes, Priscilla Gonzalez. Yes, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, and Priscilla talks about that regularly, how she works, has
Right.
worked with them at the campaign, which makes sense. Like, I've worked with organizations before. Like, when I have people, I haven't had me pay people for my campaign, but I have to meet certain expectations and FEC and just requirements, documentation requirements, so that I have a money trail. Like, literally, I'm having to look down receipts because the square up thing wasn't working, so I'm having to call restaurants with the date that I was there, being like, I need this receipt because it didn't send.
Right.
For coffee.
Exactly. Kirsty, thank you for the $10 Cash App. Keep doing what you do. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your support. We
not to bribe you with coffee.
I'm not telling you not to bribe me with coffee.
So we've got another problem.
In Florida?
Yep.
Yep.
Are you?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Yeah. No. The U.S. born citizen who was picked up by ICE, and his mom took his birth certificate down to the courthouse and proved that he was born in the United States. He is a United States citizen, and the judge said, "Sorry, there's nothing I can do." Yep. U.S. born citizen.
It's part of a new Florida law that a federal judge put a stop to in ICE, and DeSantis said, "Oh, fucking well, we're still going to do it."
Yep. His name is Juan Carlos Lopez Gomez.
And make sure you spell his name right, because the person who did an announcement had his name spelled right, so nobody could find him, so they thought it wasn't true. It is true.
Leon County.
Can I just do a little quick announcement? If you guys are following my Just Me account, let me repeat that, my Just Me account, my backup account, please report it right now. If you're following me, go report it. Somebody managed to literally cancel me out of my account, stole my entire account, and changed the name on it. I cannot get into it. I can't grab any of my videos, nothing. So I've reported it multiple times to TikTok. They tell me that there's no violations. So I need all of you to help me report it, because somebody literally managed to get in and take my account. I don't know how they did it, but it is my actual account that they stole.
Well, that's not fun.
Shit, Jim, I'm sorry to hear that. That's not good.
Yeah, and they're contacting people. That's why I'm asking for everybody to help, because they're literally contacting people. So please make sure you report it that somebody is impersonating me, because it's not me. It doesn't even have my name. You'll see it. It's got gobbledygook writing for a name. It's not me. So if you're following that account, please do me a favor and report that account.
Yeah, well, if you're searching for Just Me, it's not going to come up, because she just said they changed the name.
No, it comes up. If you look up Jubilant Jewel, it comes up as me, because when I went to log in this morning, it's still there, but they've somehow changed the name on it that's got gobbledygook in it. It starts with a B and it's like a bunch of alphabet, but it makes no sense at all. And then when I tried to log back in and change the name, the password to get in, it literally tells me that I can't log into it.
If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. I'm not bringing up any more friendlies. I just brought them up for panel members.
Hey, Jim, how do you spell the Jubilant Jewel?
Jubilantjewel. and then it has a picture of a cartoon picture of a kid slaying a dragon, little cartoon character.
Oh my goodness. One of the suspects in FSU is the son of the sheriff deputy.
Or why is that not shocking?
I don't know why. I don't know. He was also a current student at FSU. But is the son of a sheriff's deputy.
That's why the sheriffs are acting so weird in this press conference.
Not shocking, no.
If you guys follow me on this account, I did a video. You can see the screenshot of the picture. I did a video asking people to report it. Report it as fraud. Just report it as misinformation fraud. I don't care if the account gets taken down. I don't want any of you falling for anything thinking it's me, because it's not me.
I just reported it.
They're putting the name.
Just put the they're putting the weird beep gobbledygook name in the comments.
If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Y'all, I got to see those hearts flying for us to stay on the For You page, or we're never going to get any Trump supporters in here.
That's the backup I use for your account. That's why I'm pissed off. But I'm going to use my Batman one moving forward. Let's tap that screen, everybody. There's 572. If I can make the hearts fly like this and dance, you guys can do so much better than I can. Let's get Diava up to... I did too many hearts. Let's get Diava to 100,000 real quick. All collaborating. Let's go. The collective good. She's got her goals up there. I think she changed it today. It looks like a little flower.
It's the gardening one. It's a new spring one. It's cute.
Yeah, it's the little gardening flower. And then she's got her subscriptions on. So let's go ahead and help support her there. She's got 36 out of 40. Let's go. Let's make it happen. And don't forget your panel.
Oh. I need to also remove that account as a mod.
See? Yes. That's why I came on, because I was so upset this morning.
Click the share at the top if you're trying to record it.
I can't do it while I'm on live. All right, I'll have to do it when I get off. All right, if you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. I might have to do a restart because there's just like nobody in here.
Since RFK doesn't like people with autism and thinks they can't become successful adults, should I have a T-shirt added to my fourth wall that says I like my congressperson to have be on the spectrum or to be more neurospicy? Because I think, as a neurospicy person, going to Congress, that'd be beautiful.
Yeah.
I actually think the T-shirt should say something along the lines of, I don't like my representatives committing SA.
Yeah, for mine, 100%. You should pay taxes. Probably.
Like, that was so
That's
offensive.
regardless of them being neurospicy or whatever they are, because RFK did the same thing. So, like, they just surround themselves with each other, and it's fucking disgusting.
Representation does matter.
Representation matters. And I know this was not that long ago, but 9,000 things have happened since. Didn't they blame the Schnazi salute with Elon to him having autism?
Yes. Yeah, they did.
They said it was stimming.
I don't know about that. Look, I stim
What?
a lot of ways, but it does not come out in Schnazi salutes.
No.
It just doesn't.
My son,
It's the weirdest thing.
my son stems, my daughter stems. They all stem, and they usually twirl in circles in the living room with their hands out and spin and do. Never once have they done the salute.
Yeah, I stim, and my arm has never wigged out and done a sig heil.
Yeah. I've literally told people I give speeches often where I end up putting my hands out while I'm talking, but it never crosses my chest in the makes its way out. Like that's specific.
Right, and it's like with the formation.
Yeah, with the
With that hard formation. No.
Come on, guys. He was giving his heart out to, well, only white people. Let's just call it for what it is.
yeah. White people be doing white people shit.
Diava, would you mind if I show the picture? People are asking what it looks like. Real quick. That's what it looks like, guys. It's this gobbledygook name, and it's my picture, and it's all of my videos. So just report it as fraud, harassment. I don't care what you report it as. Just get it shut down.
Take a screenshot real quick, everybody. Just take a screenshot so you can go back and look for this name. Just take a screenshot.
So another one that you can do to report it as is, and I know this is going to be odd, report it as underage, and they'll take it down really fast, and then they'll have to prove their age.
I just don't know how they can get into somebody's account like that. Like, that's weird to me. That TikTok hasn't caught that.
Yeah, I don't know. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button.
The numbers are going up. We're at 617.
Oh, mine shows 589.
They're scared.
Come on, MAGA, the scary brown person that Trump warned you about.
How dare you?
I know.
I mentioned misogynistic tendencies on a live that I was in yesterday, and I swear he crashed out so quick. The moment I mentioned misogynistic, just out like a light.
And then proved it.
And then he literally.
They are really good at that, just proving their point.
I laughed so hard. I was like, watch, I will make you. What was it? It was on your live yesterday, Diavo. I was like, I'll make it crash out real quick. Let's go ahead. Let's get to the misogyny. I was like, it's all mental. It's no man. Immediate crash out.
Yep. I'm like, oh, there it is.
I'm going to update my whiteboard at some point so that I can have everything written properly here so that when they start, like, ticking the boxes, I can just tick it so I can show them. They're like, oh, you're doing this.
And this. And this.
This is written backwards, by the way, because it looks better.
That's so funny.
Like my face looks better, so that is written backwards.
I don't see one reprehensible comment in the comments.
I don't either. I think I'm going to have to start over. Probably because there's 3 of us on the panel, too. Or 4. There's 4 of us. So they're like.
Well, I can drop down. No, you guys, I was up here yesterday. I can drop. I should probably work my liberal job at some point. But.
I love having you up here, Victoria, but.
I'm going to put it on a sign for this weekend. Literally, I was like, don't worry, my liberal job is Monday through Friday. That's why I'm here.
Jack, I'm not bringing you up, which is why I keep muting you and blocking you, because you're not coming up. Your username alone tells me you're not coming up here to say anything good.
Yeah. All right, love y'all.
Love you, Victoria. Thank
Victoria,
you.
You're doing incredible work. Thank you so much for what you do.
You guys are the best. Hi.
No, you're the best. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. Come on, let's go. No, I'm the best. No, you're the best. No, I'm the best.
You okay?
You talking about me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Did it just come out my mouth what my brain was thinking?
Yeah, I was like, is she looking in the mirror and doing self-appreciation right
now? No. Oh my God. Oh my God. That
The
was
dog's
funny.
having a total hissy fit because I'm cooking her dog food and she wants it done now.
She's like, hurry up, damn. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the gas. Maybe I am losing it.
Here, let me help Diava. If you're a MAGA supporter, put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if you're a MAGA supporter and would like to have a conversation, an actual conversation about politics. If you're not a MAGA supporter, put a 2 in the chat just so we can show that 2 and the collective is better than a 1.
Three. You guys are not good at following directions.
They're rebels.
Is Dr. Keith today? I haven't seen her today.
She came in and said something about RFK doesn't even believe in science. I saw that remark once go by, but I don't know if she's still in here. But she was here earlier. Yeah, she's in here.
Okay.
I see her on the list.
Let's remind people about Black maternal mortality right now. This is we need to really start paying attention to the lack of care that Black females get in this country. Black women are not being honored, especially in the medical field, including our doctors that are of African American and BIPOC descent. We need to be honoring them. This is very important, and I did promise to her that I would mention that and her show, The Medical Collective. If you're not following The Medical Collective on Facebook, YouTube, or TikTok, please do so. We need to support our doctors.
Yes, we do. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. Yeah, I'm not bringing you up, Truth Warrior. I'm just gonna block you because you're just annoying. You have no followers. You're not following anyone. You're a bot. You're just coming up here to try to get my life down. Go away. Oh, the cop's kid used their weapon. Oof, oof.
That's what I was gonna say, and I wasn't sure if I was pushing it too far.
Oof. So, Cindy in the comment section on YouTube said that he also used their weapon. All right, I'm gonna do.
You're talking about the department issued weapon?
I did. That's all it says, and I did see it.
Yeah, it's all good.
I have no idea.
I'm like, if it's a department issued weapon, holy day! So many bad things are going to happen from that because that's supposed to be secured. He's going to lose his job.
Oh, he's a white male. I'm so shocked. Did I not call it earlier? Not an immigrant, not a drag queen, not a transgender person, not a person of color.
Are you sure they didn't paint him white? Are you sure they didn't just paint him white?
Jesus.
Just your garden variety regular unaliver.
It's just another day in America. Yay. I hate it here. Martina, by the way, I did see what's going on in Florida, and I'm watching that very closely.
It was her weapon. She was retired. Okay. His mom gave her the pew-pew. Of course. Of course. Of course. Of course. Not a gang member either. Yeah, I know. Isn't that something? All right, Cindy. I'll make a shirt. She said I need to make a shirt that just says homegrown on the front.
I think it should be homegrown with A1 on it. I think A1 should be like tipped over and spilled, just a bottle spilled. A1.
That's funny. There is no MAGA here.
Which isn't terrible. Thank you so much for everybody supporting Diava and Jem and myself and being here and just being positive lights in this very dark and shitty world. We need you right now. More than we can even really truly express. Like, your positivity is what keeps us going through this horrible fucking nightmare. And so, but we're is going to do a restart. We're going to try and get some assholes in here.
That's going to be stinky.
It already is anyway.
They don't wipe. I know they don't wipe. I fucking know it.
Oh my God. Senator Lisa Murkowski says, retaliation is real in U.S. current political climate. We are all afraid. Way to show your cards, Lisa. She's basically telling that's why they're all so scared in the Congress, because they're like, we're scared. The retaliation's real. Grow a fucking pair. Get a new job.
I would like her to come out publicly, say it's her fault and Susan Collins' fault and Ted Cruz's fault, and because they supported the absolute corruption that this man committed.
Well, and then you have the gentleman yesterday who said that because we're wanting to bring Abrego Garcia back, so that he follows the Supreme Court order, that little thing. He said that we should be careful because we could be charged with aiding and abetting terrorism. That's how they're going to justify. What was his name, George? We talked earlier.
John Kent.
John Kent.
Yeah,
Yep.
he said it on Newsmax, I believe. There's a video of it. And he said that if you're advocating for Abrego Garcia...
Or was it Sebastian Gorka?
That is aiding and abetting anti-ism in this country.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, you motherfuckers.
Yeah, it was Sebastian Gorka. It was Sebastian Gorka.
Well,
I thought it was John Kent. My bad.
They'd be wrong because aiding and abetting requires evidence, and they've showed none.
But that's how they're going to justify picking up U.S. citizens. I'm just saying. Which they're already picking.
They better start in the White House then, because he aided and abetted the people who attacked on the U.S. Capitol.
Mm-hmm. That part. I've been making my ways around the lives today. I'll restart in a minute, but I want to just say this. I've been making my way around the lives today. And what I see everyone arguing is the 2019 case of Abrego Garcia, how they said he was part of the gang, he was not part of the gang, and da-da-da-da, and da-da-da-da. And blah, 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 blah. I mean, like, I understand. But all it's down to is the Supreme Court ruled he had to bring him back. That's it. It doesn't matter what happened in 2019. It doesn't matter if he had a domestic violence, his wife had an order of protection against him. None of that matters. He still is allowed due process. He is owed due process, regardless of if it was a protective order, regardless of anything. His past doesn't matter. Even if he was part of a gang, it is not against the law to be in a gang. Crimes committed is, but they've never even alleged he committed any crime.
Well, it's actually asinine, though, because he was literally awarded a legal protection order because he was not part of it.
Exactly.
He was not part of it. And he could not be part of a union, by the way, as an undocumented person. He sought asylum. He was afforded the hearings. He participated in the hearings. He provided proof that his family was threatened. And he literally was assigned legal protection order under the Constitution. So the fact that he was deported literally tells you, without due process, literally tells you that this administration broke the law, admitted it was in error, and they should be held liable. And they're going to go after, and I'm going to call it right now, because I talked about it earlier in Angela's live. They're going to end up going after DOJ, because if she goes against the order of the court, she can be removed, and she will be. And that's where it's going to start crumbling for the Trump administration.
If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. Yeah, and did you see Trump's answer about the school pew-pewing today?
No, I don't even want to know.
It was horrible.
Well, you know, things like this take place. Things like this take place. Well, so they don't fucking have to.
And then it was like, and in other news, the prime minister from Italy's here. That's what he said. It was like it was nothing.
Of course.
I'll bet he goes and pardons him.
Oh, it doesn't matter if he pardons. They're going to disbar her. It doesn't. He can pardon her till the cows come home. We can't give her back her law license.
No, we can't. This was actually this was, hold on. This was actually the picture I had up prior. Remember how they always used to come in here and be like, I need all my weapons because I need to be able to rise up against the tyrannical government. Well, where are you? The government has gone tyrannical. Let's go.
This whole thing makes me just absolutely sick to my stomach because I know that, we come up here and we talk about it, but when I'm not talking about it, this is at the forefront of my mind because, like Diava, I'm an empath too. So all I'm thinking about is all the people that did not commit any crime that are in this prison and wondering what has happened to my life. I wasn't doing anything wrong.
Yep. I mean, when you got them going door to door and rounding people up, we're in 1930s Germany, folks. So where are all the 2A people that were supposed to be rising up against a tyrannical government? Where? Hello? Are you here?
Did you see the Marjorie Taylor Greene town hall?
Yeah. But they were tasing
That was
people?
horrendous. Yeah.
I was like, what the?
But we're not doing anything violent.
Just booing or saying no or something like that. It's crazy. Something's got to give. Right, it's their tyrannical government, so they're good. They're like, we like this kind of tyranny. They called the vaccines tyranny. But this shit isn't tyranny to them. Please, God, and all that's holy, what the fuck? Salty, thank you for the camping. I love the little camping site.
Oh my God, Diava, your voice just changed totally in that 2 seconds. What happened? Oh, thank you so much.
Hey, us moms can do that so easy because we could be yelling at our kids like, get down, be quiet, I told you, and the phone rings. Hello? Yeah, hey girl.
My mom constantly tells me that I sound terse because she can't hear me, so I always have to raise my voice. She'll constantly be like, you don't talk to me like you talk to other people. And I'm like, you can't hear me. If I'm like, like gargoyle on the roof, and you're like, what? There's guacamole on a hoof? Like, you can't hear me.
Okay, that was funny. Yes.
That's a true story, by the way.
Oh my God. That's funny. But I don't get why. I don't know. I do guess. I don't know.
That did not make any sense.
I know. I'm like.
And there's a part of me that understood what you were trying to say. Like, there's a part of me that got it. Like, there's a part of me that's like, yeah, no, you're right. You're absolutely right. Yeah, I was on board.
And then there's another part of you going, what the fuck? Because I know that was
Y'all, my brain's turning to mush. I'm just like, how do we get here? Like, what are we doing? Like, it's just like, how do we stop it? How do we? I mean, I legit am Googling today while I was on the phone with Gen X leftist here. We were having a phone conversation. Did you know we talked for over like an hour and 15 minutes today, Gen X? When I looked down at the counter when we went to hang up, it said like an hour and 15 minutes, 120 minutes, or hour and 20 minutes. I'm like, oh my goodness, it seemed like it was like 10 minutes. But literally while I'm talking with him, I'm literally looking up how to apply for Canadian citizenship through a grandparent. Because Avon Chase's grandmother was born in Canada. She has a Canadian birth certificate. So I'm looking to see how I could get citizenship for Avon Chase through the grandparent.
I know I can move to Portugal.
And I was like, and I'm like, then I can, I could probably get grandfathered in if both my kids have citizenship. You know, I'm like literally trying to figure out how to get the fuck out of here. All right, there is no MAGA in here. I'm going to do a quick restart, guys. I'll be right back. I'm not going to go anywhere. I don't have to go to the bathroom or anything right now, so I'm just going to restart right back up.
Shocking.
Oh, hush. All right, just going to do a quick restart. There was no Trump supporters in the comments, nowhere. Like, just gone. Everybody's gone. Just gone. All right, YouTube, you guys get the behind the scenes stuff. Isn't glamorous or anything, is it? Just kind of here. Hi, YouTube and Twitch. I'm so glad you guys are here. All right, we are live. We're back. We're back. Hi, Nisi. For my mods, y'all don't, since we're doing a restart, don't immediately mute Trump supporters. Let them comment a little bit, and then I'll say, if they don't come up, then we'll mute them. But let's not mute them from the jump because I think they just leave. So just hang off on muting them right off the jump. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Everybody else, let's see those hearts flying. Let's get back up on the For You page as quick as we can. Oh, I know, Nisi. I know you are, honey. Hit it. Since we supposedly can't say TAP anymore. Hit it. Smash it. I cannot remove Just Me Ma. I can't remove her old thing until after I'm off the live. Can't do it while I'm live. All right. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. Service. Oh my God, I read somebody's name that had service in it. Lord have mercy, I'm losing my mind. Straight losing my mind. Oh no, I didn't have enough time to do that. All right, let me bring up my backup account and we'll get going. If you voted for Donald Trump, you're going to hit the guest request button. Let's chitty chat. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. Come on up. Let's have a call. Let's have a chat. Let's go. Thank you. I see all those shares, I see the hearts flying. You guys are sharing it out like crazy. Thank you so much. You're doing all the things and I'd love you for it. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit that guest request. Come up and let's talk. I love you too. All right, we are looking for Trump voters and Trump voters only to talk about the atrocities. The atrocities of this administration. Maybe I should just put this up. What the fuck, America? Just kidding. Like, what the fuck? Maybe I should do this one. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Let's go. Put over his face. I'm just kidding. Traitor. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. Let's have a conversation. For the lying, racist, bigot, idiot, woman hater. If you voted for this, TikTok will be going and out Sunday. I don't know what that means. Nobody wants to talk to me? Okay. Scroll on. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. You voted for the criminal. Are you surprised what you're getting? Lawlessness, defying federal courts, defying Supreme Court. Well, that's okay, Jess. If you want to be a traitor too, that's fine. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. We voted out the traitor in 2024. Go Trump! Do you realize how absolutely fucking stupid you sound? Go Trump! We didn't get no tax on tips. We didn't get no tax on Social Security. We didn't get no tax on overtime. But we got racism back. We got segregation back. We can be as racist as we want to. Ain't gonna help us buy groceries any cheaper, but damn, we get to be flaming racist. Yes, we do. You do. You do. We done own them libs. We ain't getting none for it, but we own them. We own them. Got them libs. I can't afford to eat, but we own them libs. Yeah, Trump's legendary. You mean notorious. Not the same thing. But you guys don't know what a thesaurus is. They're going to have to be getting those kids plastic eggs for Easter because they're too expensive. Can't be buying no real eggs. It's going to cost you like $25 to hide eggs. Better go get them there. The plastic eggs. Yeah. The notorious DJT. Oh my goodness. The notorious DJT. I snorted. I did it. Oh, what? Why did Democrats put 4 million illegals on Social Security? America First, you have to come up. Please come up and talk to me. That is the funniest thing I've ever read. 4 million illegals. We got them 4 million illegals on Social Security. Why do they believe this stuff? Oh, they're so dumb. Oh my god. Go look! Oh my god! Go look! Go look! You're muted. Now the only thing you can do is come up and talk to me. Leave the live otherwise. Bye bye. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button and come on up. Just go Google it, lady. Go Google. Just Google it. Just Google it. Just go Google it. Maybe I should Google it. Let's see what Google says about 4 million. Go Google it. I'm gonna Google 4 million. 4 million immigrants on Social Security. I bet it's going to pop up. I mean, I bet this is a hell of a story, man. It's going to pop up right away. I bet. I'm Googling it. That magic Google machine doesn't say that. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. Come on up. Let's have a conversation, you cowards. Oh my God. I done Googled it. I Googled. Yes, that was his inmate number for his criminal trial. P01135809. It is. It's Doge. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. Oh my God, they're so dumb. It's so scared. It's so scary that we live amongst these people who are so incredibly dumb. I mean, it's really sad. Google. My hatred for Trump is hilarious. Well, he shouldn't be breaking the law. He shouldn't be violating the Supreme Court order, federal court orders. Democrats will be having their numbers pretty soon, too. What are you people talking about? Do any of you have the command of the English language? Sentence structure? How to form a sentence? Like, we need to invest in education, clearly. They make no sense. Like, if something doesn't sound right in my brain, I don't automatically go, man, that must be true. If it sounds dumb, it's probably dumb. Democrats have no power in the courts, can't do anything about it. Okay, watch and see. It's okay. That's true. Over 50% of the country has a 50. Can't read above a 5th grade level. And I think they all come to my live. What is he doing that you voted for, Eric? I'm here to have conversations. Will you please just get up here and talk to me? What the fuck is wrong with you? I just want to have conversations with people who voted for this maniac. Why don't you come up and talk? You guys just chirp in the comment sections and have nothing to say. Just come up and have a conversation. Good grief. Got that A1 education. Eric, how did you vote for Trump?
I sure did.
Okay, how old are you and what state did you vote in?
That's none of your business.
Okay, TikTok terms of service says you have to be over 18, so I ask every guest. So you want to try again? How old are you? And what state did you vote in? You can unmute. Or goodbye. Because I don't want to tell you my age. Okay. Bye. Use your bunch of numbers. Did you vote for Trump?
I sure did.
Okay. How old are you and what state did you vote in?
55 in Georgia.
Okay. So I'm not sure when you got here, but is Donald Trump doing everything you voted for?
Yes.
So you voted for him to violate the Supreme Court and federal judges, and
He hasn't violated that at all.
yes, he did, which is why a judge is finding him in contempt of
He's so
court.
worried about federal judges. Now, Obama.
Nope, we're not. No. I'm going to use circus music because you're a clown. Okay? You're not going back to fucking Obama. We're not talking about Obama. We're talking about what's happening right now. So stick with right now. I don't want to hear about Biden. I don't want to hear about Obama. I don't want to hear about anybody else but Donald J. Trump and what he's doing now. Thank you. Fucking Obama. What the hell?
He's doing a wonderful job, and don't you fucking mute me, you cunt.
Oh, it's Thursday, honey. It's Thursday. You better put the respect behind my name, and it's Thundercunt to you. I've earned the reputation. You need to put some respect on my name. It's Thundercunt to you. Thank you. It's Thundercunt Thursday. Don't you dare just call me a regular old cunt. It's not going to happen. All of you, oh yeah, all of you Thundercunts, let's unite. Let's go. Don't you just call me a regular old garden variety. You know why we can't call you one? Because you lack depth and warmth. Did you vote for Trump?
Yes, I did.
Okay, how old are you and what state did you vote in?
State of Nevada, 28 years old.
28?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you pleased with the Trump administration?
I'm pleased with his foreign actions that he's doing with what's happening in the Middle East, yes.
What's happening in the Middle East?
An accent that I'm trying to cover.
Iran, so if you look at Iran, what's happening, allowing some countries to have a nuclear weapon. Did we ever have a president in the U.S. that would be able to actually push on a country that not to have it?
What the fuck are you talking about? I don't give a shit about the Middle East. I'm talking about what's happening right here in the United States with people being kidnapped from our streets and sent to concentration camps in other countries.
Okay, well, do we care about foreign policy too or not?
What time is it in Nevada right now?
2:31 p.m.
I'm talking about what's happening here.
Well, we have to care also about what's happening in the outside world, right?
I'm in the United States right now. I'm in the United States. Our rights are being trampled on. You can shut your fucking pie hole because I don't allow men to speak over me, and it will not start with you.
You're a bitch. You're a bitch. Bye, bitch.
Bye. Don't let the door hit you, sweetheart.
So fragile.
So fragile. Just because I don't let men speak over me. Oopsie. Oh well.
I'm going to take my ball and go home.
And just for educational purposes, it's Iran. It's not Iran. It's Iran.
You don't even have to spell the name. Or say it. Like I'm caring about United States citizens being picked up off the street, like happened in Florida. I'm talking about people being kidnapped by ICE and sent over to concentration camps and like fucking Auschwitz in goddamn El Salvador. Fucking sick people. Matt, did you vote for Trump?
Hell no.
Oh, I just have Trump supporters right now. I'm only inviting Trump supporters right now. I mean, W's for not voting for that piece of shit, but right now I'm just looking for Trump supporters to come up and speak. So if you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button and come on up. You can laugh at concentration camp all you want. You can laugh all you want, but guess what? Auschwitz wasn't in Germany. It was in Poland. So they can disappear people and nobody knows what's happening over there. Just like El Salvador doesn't allow any visitors. No reporters. Nobody can know what's happening. That's a concentration camp. They have to stay in their jail cells 23 and a half hours a day. No outside light. That's a concentration camp. There's no other word to call it.
Hey, SWAT Legacy, I don't know why you're laughing at concentration camps. It's not funny at all, so why don't you request on up?
Jeanette, thank you for the $15 cash up for Thunder Cunt Thursday. Hell yeah! I love you. Thank you, Jeanette. And Tracy, thank you for the $2. Oh, for the $2 challenge. Okay, Tracy is challenging everybody that's watching right now to send $2 to my Cash App or Venmo. It's Diavatalks right there on the yellow banner to help support my live. I'd really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the $2 challenge. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. Let's go. If you voted for this shit, you need to be requesting up. Like, people are being snatched off the street. You have a guy in Florida, in Leon County, that was just picked up by ICE. His mom was like, no, he was born here. He's a U.S. citizen. Went down to the courthouse, took his birth certificate to the courthouse, and the judge said, sorry, I can't do anything about it. U.S. born citizen. And if you voted for this, get up here.
Ron Minivar wants to come up here. Ron Minivar wants to come up here. Put in a request to Ron Minivar. Since you want to ask questions, come on up.
It's been too many years since the Holocaust. I think a lot of people forget, or they didn't learn about it, or they didn't realize the seriousness. But all these Trump supporters, these people will be telling where Anne Frank would be hiding. If you voted for Donald Trump,
construction. Do you have construction going on at your house?
No, my daughter's bouncing a fucking ball in the kitchen.
I thought it was your dog gagging.
No, she's got a little bouncy ball, and she's like, I can hear. She's in the kitchen. We have ceramic tile, so it's loud in the kitchen, and so she's banging a ball on the floor. Drea, thank you for the $10 Venmo. Thunder Cunts Unite. Hell yeah. Sean, thank you for the $2. Deborah, thank you for the $2 for the $2 challenge. Appreciate it, guys. They would absolutely tell them where Anne Frank was hiding, and they would go around puffing their chest up that they turned him in.
If you're MAGA, put a 1 in the comment sections, or better yet, send a guest request so we can have a conversation. If you are MAGA, put a 1 in the comment section, or send a guest request and come on up.
Oh, yeah, I did see here about the American-born doctor who got an email from Department of Homeland Security telling her it was time for her to leave. And she was born here. She got an email that it was time for her to leave. She's a physician. I'm like, God damn, you can't make this up. I do know that they think Anne Frank was fiction, which is, again, appalling. There's no conversation. He's our president. We love him.
That's a
Congratulations.
cult right there.
Right?
That's literally a cult. Like the epitome of a cult. There's
Ew.
no conversation. We love him. We love him because if we say we don't love him, he might come for us too. Yeah.
We love him.
Be backwards.
It's just weird. Like, I've never said I love any politician. Like, I love them. They're so wonderful. Can you imagine if we went out and we were like, oh, Joe Biden's your daddy? Jesus fucking Christ. Sounds psychotic. That's what you sound like, too. Completely psychotic. Will.
Hi,
Hi, did you vote for Trump?
I did, yes.
Okay, how old are you and what state did you vote in?
I'm 50 and I voted in Oregon.
Okay, are you happy with what's happening? Elise, thank you for the $2 for the $2 challenge. Y'all are awesome. Thank you so much, Elise. Are you happy with what's going on in the Trump administration?
I really am, yes. Why aren't you happy?
Why do you sound medicated?
Why should I be on here yelling and shit? Like
You just sound, you literally sound like your eyes are glassed over. Like, literally, this is a serious conversation and you're talking like you're running through a field of fucking daisies.
I'm happy with the way things are going right now.
What are you happy about, Bill? Try to elaborate on the conversation instead of talking in generalisms. What are you happy with? Go.
I'm happy that we finally have a president in office who is doing something about illegal immigrants in the country.
What?
What is he doing?
We're kicking them out.
No.
No, you're catching and releasing. What you're actually doing is taking legal residents, legal citizens that are, and now American-born, U.S.-born citizens, and trying to deport them to concentration camps. Why are you down with concentration camps?
Do you understand that someone born in America is an American? Do you understand that?
Do you?
Do you?
Your president doesn't. Your president doesn't.
Who did he do that to?
Your president doesn't understand that people born in America.
His name, if you be quiet, I'll tell you. His name is Juan.
Literally.
His name is Juan Carlos Lopez Gomez in Leon County, Florida. He was picked up yesterday by ICE. His mom took his birth certificate down to the courthouse to prove that he was a U.S.-born citizen, and the judge said, sorry, I can't do anything about it.
I'll go one step further. Ready, Will? Will, are you ready? I'll go one step further. Will, I'll go one step further. Will, are you ready? Ready, Will? You know who else was questioned about their legal status in the United States? President Barack Obama. President Barack Obama. He literally tried to claim that the president of the United States was not a legal born citizen. So miss me with your bullshit.
Shit. Obama is a citizen. We all know that.
No, we know that.
Trump didn't.
No, we know that.
Trump knows that too. Trump hasn't said he's here illegally. You guys
Oh
just
my
make
God.
up whatever
Literally
shit you want
spent-
to.
Sir, he literally spent years claiming that he did not have the right to be the president of the United States. You are so far gone, you don't even recognize it.
Do you know how a mute button works?
Yeah, we
You
keep
ask
muting
people
your ass.
questions and then you mute them.
Oh, that's my mods. My mods are muting you because I'm looking on the computer. Where you want me to show you? Give me 1 second. Shut your fucking pie hole. How's that? I muted you this time. Don't unmute yourself. You told me be quiet.
Ask questions.
You're a petulant child.
Answer.
Be quiet.
Now you're yelling.
Be quiet. No fucking, they have no self-control whatsoever. Shut up.
Just want control.
I want you to shut up.
Fascist? You are a
You told me to pull up it on the screen of the U.S. born citizen being captured. So I'm doing that. If you shut your pie hole, I'll show you.
Why?
Shut up.
Why?
Be quiet.
Why?
U.S. born man held for ICE under Florida's new anti-immigration law. Hold on. Leon Judge says she was obliged to ignore his documented proof. Juan Carlos Lopez Gomez, a 20-year-old U.S. citizen, was held in Leon County Jail Thursday, charged with illegally entering Florida as an unauthorized alien, even as a supporter waived his U.S. birth certificate in court. A Florida Highway Patrol arrested him after a traffic stop for which he was a passenger. The 20-year-old is set to remain in jail for the next 48 hours, waiting for federal immigration officials to pick him up, despite his first-degree misdemeanor charge had been dropped. The charge was dropped. His mother burst into tears at the sight of her son, who appeared virtually for his first time hearing at the Leon County Courthouse. She left the courtroom distraught because she could do nothing to help her son, who was born and lives in Grady County, Georgia.
Does he have a social? He has a birth.
Just move your goalposts have wheels. All of you, MAGA, your goalposts have wheels.
Yeah.
Will.
He's a U.S. born citizen.
Will.
Yeah.
Will. He shouldn't be detained. Period. Point blank. They are not releasing him. Stop unmuting. Will. Stop unmuting. Will. No self-control, Will.
Self-control.
You're fascist.
No, we can't get a word in edgewise without you talking over us and calling us fascist.
You're fascist. How to control people.
We're
You're
just get away.
We're done. That's what we are. We're done.
My God.
So for everybody in here
You're
who
fascist.
doesn't understand what you just witnessed, like this is literally what cultism is. Cultism is literally not willing to listen to the reality of what is occurring in our country. And I said it and I meant it. It started back with President Barack Obama, because that's when he wanted to start setting the stage for all of this to happen, to make you believe that legal born citizens were allowed to be in this country, go to school in this country, and run for president in this country. It started with Barack, and now he's doing it with other citizens.
Exactly. And that's the problem.
Country Cowboy 1994. I really want you to come up here with that Confederate flag profile picture, please.
Lord. Long live King Trump. You're in a cult, sir, ma'am, whoever you are, you're in a cult. And you need psychological help. If you want to take part in the $2 challenge that Tracy did, it's $2 to Diavatalks to help support my live. She challenged everybody to send $2 to my Cash App or Venmo. I really appreciate any and all support. Thank you. And please, Jem, I know, has her Cash App and Venmo in her bio. Gen X leftist, do you? Let me look at your bio. Yeah, he's got his Cash App and Venmo there too.
They can't see mine though, because I have to stay on private on this account.
Okay. We're gonna have to deprogram a bunch of people in this country. This is insane.
I think that would be.
I just hope, in the scene Gen X leftist with oh God, is it the Romulan in Star Trek? And they say we must assimilate. I hope
yes.
when the head of the Romulans dissipates in space, I hope they all just fall over because they share the same brain.
Oh, I would be so happy with that. That would, and you're talking. I know exactly what you're talking about. You're talking about the board, and because I'm a nerd, I'm like a hardcore nerd.
I was like, and I have no idea what either one of you are talking about.
Thank you. I knew I was wrong that's why I said to ask Gen X, because it's been years since I remember it, but it is the board. Thank you.
But you kept it in the right universe. The Romulans are also in the same universe, so you were not far off.
And I have no idea what you're talking about. So all I know is I think Elon named one of his kids Romulan. That's all I know. I don't know about Borgs and anything to do with any of that.
For all of you, I am on private. If you send me a request, I do look at my requests. The problem is I actually follow people back, and I'm at 10,000. So sometimes I can't follow people back. But good news for you, when they stop following me, I drop them and I make room for new people. So there you go.
That works too. Oh. Come on up, Jason. Let's have a talk. I invited you. Just accept the request. Come on, Jason.
I like how he talks about Democrat meltdown in all caps because he's literally screaming.
That's funny.
You can actually hear him, Democrat.
You can even visualize the spit coming out of his mouth as he's saying it. It hit the phone.
Ew,
And with fewer teeth.
I could just smell it when you said that.
Ooh, how was this awesome?
Oh, come on, Jason. He's scared. He didn't take my invite.
Jason, you've now been muted, which means you can either come up or you can go bye-bye.
Yeah, you can't just hide out in the comment section. We're here for conversation. That's what people come to lives for, is to hear the conversations, not for you to stay in the comment section just typing away. Let's go.
And by the way, Megan, what's really interesting about what you do is that you all use burner accounts. Why?
Right.
Is it because you are not socially acceptable to be having the views that you do because you are Nazi sympathizers? I'm just saying, we show our faces. I'll go on camera. Diava's on camera. Jem's been on camera. We're not ashamed to be loud and proud about the things that we stand for.
Absolutely.
You guys are deplorable, and you won't show your face because you know the consequences.
No, this is not a TDS live. We don't have Trump devotion syndrome. No, we don't like worship the Orange Julius. No, that's not us. We don't have Trump devotion syndrome.
I thought it stood for Trump's dumb supporters.
Oh, I know. Yeah, and that works too.
I thought it stood for Trump's dick small, but whatever.
Wouldn't that be an M for mushroom?
The dictator.
Tighter.
Because he's a dick and a titer?
He's a dick. Tighter.
I bet you it looks like a titer.
They're tighter.
A smashed potato.
He's potato, tomato.
More like a French fry.
Oh, we know how much he hates mashed potatoes. We should all send packages. Go to the Dollar Tree. Six-pack trivia. Thank you for the $5 Venmo. Here's a Lincoln for your thinking, Diava. Thank you. Oh, Mr. Logic. Thank you. I love that six-pack trivia. I was like, oh, I feel special. That was funny. Thank you. Oh, like a light switch. Oh my God.
Oh, that's funny. When you turn it on, you have to flick it up.
No. Oh my God.
I'm telling you, you guys don't know how my mind works.
Flick it up.
Oh my God. And then when it's turned off, it just sadly goes down.
Teeny Lady Fox on YouTube said teeny weeny mushroom committee.
Oh, I got tears in my eyes.
Oh my God. Oh. Have you voted for Donald Trump? Hit the guest request button. Let's go. Come on. Chop, chop. Let's go.
At least thank you for the $2 on Cash App. I appreciate it.
One gray pea hair
What?
over the light switch. Just one little sad pea hair that he dyed blonde.
Chris Lee knows best. You voted Trump. I don't. I'm leery of bringing you up. I don't have a good feeling about bringing you up. For some reason, the people who sit in the comments like, bring me up, bring me up, bring me up, bring me up. It's usually they're going to crash out or they're going to come up here to say the N word 24 times. So my gut's telling me no. My gut is.
Yeah, if it was the time of Adam and Eve, he would have to ditch the fig leaf and get himself a pine needle.
And I bet you it's a dried pine needle.
Alan, hi. Did you vote for Trump?
No, I didn't vote.
Oh, well, fuck off.
It's a child.
Jesus, no. Where's my tail?
No vote, no voice. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. If you didn't vote, bye. No vote, no voice. If you didn't vote, you got us Trump. Thank you very little. Wow, Faded Glory Gaming. Wow, nice way to respond to people. Democrats are a joke.
What? I think she responded perfectly. Great job, Diva. I just want to say his impression of Eeyore was grand.
I didn't vote.
Where's my tail, Pooh?
Dude, I live with Eeyore. Oh. Anyway, if you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. Did somebody call me a Karen? You're so cute.
No, he called you a Kareen.
Oh, Kareen. Oh, Kareen. That's a pretty name. Kareen. A
It's like a
Kareen.
typical MAGA that can't spell.
If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. Let's go, let's go, let's go. U.S. Marine, fuck off. You're not coming up. Dr. Oz sprayed his hair blonde. Or he dyed his hair blonde and sprayed his face orange. Oh, Jesus Christ.
It looks awful. He literally looks like carrot juice.
That is so bad. That is so bad. Oh my God. Luca, did you vote for Trump? All right. I'm guessing that was a tapping error. But nope, not a cult. No, not a cult at all. Not a cult. Nah, why would you ever say that? He's trying to look like Trump. He's trying to look like Trump. Liberals are scum. Best president ever. You guys are so fucking original. Did you think about that all by yourself? Gomez entered the country at least.
Are we like?
Hold on.
Are we the type of?
Go ahead.
Are we the type of scum that is around the bathtub after we've taken a bubble bath? Or are we the type of scum that's like around the coffee cup after a really good cup of, latte with that little bit of foam? Because that's good scum for scum.
You're like scum in the bottom of the toilet.
Oh, that's your mama. That's your mama. Yo, mama. Yo, mama. Yeah,
Isn't that how your mom got pregnant with you?
Yeah. Yo, mama. Yo, mama. Bye-bye.
Liberals are a cult. Oh my God, these people are insane. Like literally, they're insane. There is no other explanation to why you're still writing, and then you're like, Democrats are a cult. That's projection.
We're not insulting them; they're insulting us, but they get offended.
Oh my God, that's funny. Anna, did you vote for Trump?
No, I did not.
All right, W.
Full sentence, though. Very impressive.
Yeah, I'm super impressed. It's a low bar you got to hit, but good job.
Usually, if it's MAGA or the non-voters, it's like grunts followed by
Now, I guess so. Or, damn, Skippy, I did. You damn right I did.
I'm just waiting for the one that goes, it's branded on my ass.
All right, now I have to go to the bathroom. Can you do a commercial or something real quick? Thank you.
All right, everybody, there's 746 people in here, and all we want to see is those hearts go dance. And if I can do that with one finger and make those hearts dance, imagine if all of us, 742 of us, tap that screen, tap that screen, tap that screen, because tapping and sharing is caring. She's at 135,000. Let's get her to 200,000. Let's do this. Collectively, we can make it happen. She also has her gift goals up with the little garden. I think she's at 3 out of 6. I can't see it because of the background. Let's wait a second. 6 out of 10, excuse me. 6 out of 10. She needs 4 more to hit her goal. She also has her subscriptions turned on, 36 out of 40. Gen X Leftist and myself are on the panel today. Please feel free to support us as well. We have our Venmo and our Cash Apps in our bio, and if you don't know them, put it in the comment section. I'll be happy to oblige. And then she also has her little banner up with Diavatalks in there. But we're here every day trying to educate, celebrate, and enunciate for the American people. I did say enunciate because most of the MAGA folks can't clarify what they're trying to say, whether it's in a sentence or in a grunt. So we want to help them. So let's do our best by supporting this live and providing educated and information where we can. Otherwise, it's just a boring world having to listen to the headline honchos who don't know how to read an article. That was all in one breath. It's pretty good.
That was amazing. That was impressive.
And I'm in a lot of pain right now, so I'm just trying to keep it together. I was supposed to go get my nails done, and I had to cancel my appointment because I couldn't even walk today.
All right, I'm back.
Don't threaten us for a good time.
Hey.
Did you leave some scum?
I left some scum. I left some scum in the bottom of the toilet. Oh, their insults are even getting sad. Their insults are even sad. All right. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. Let's go. It's your last chance. Last chance before I start bringing up Harris supporters and anybody else who wants to come up. Like, I want to have these conversations. I think these conversations are necessary. I don't know why you're so scared to come up just to talk. I literally think it's just because they can't defend it. They're snatching up U.S. citizens off the street. How do you defend that? How do you? Right, there is no defense. Exactly.
That's why they say, how do you do? I think, how do you do? You do it wrong. That's how you do it when you're a MAGA supporter. You do it wrong. Black people
and Asian people?
Yeah, black people.
You shouldn't have to defend how you vote, in my opinion. In normal times, John, that's true. This isn't normal times. This is full-on fascism. This is full-on authoritarianism. This is snatching U.S. citizens and legal residents off the street and sending them to concentration camps. This is not normal. You should have to defend this vote. In other elections, you're right. I couldn't have given two shits who you voted for. We can argue over whether we should have universal health care or not, or where our money should be spent, or if we should up our military spending or not. Those are things that we should be arguing about, not fucking human rights, civil rights, constitutional rights. Like, this is insane. There's nothing normal about what's happening. This isn't a policy issue.
Give that dog a check.
I'm giving the motherfucker cheese after cheese, and he won't stop. I can't do it quick enough. If I take a bite for myself, he's like, no, that one's mine.
You know what you should do? You should eat the cheese and then feed him broccoli.
Oh my God.
Give him some roughage.
He'd be like, no. Shut up.
See, Matt,
I can.
all dogs that way.
God.
I can always tell when it's cheese time. It's the dog every single time. I don't even have to be looking.
And then the cat is literally laying right here next to me, not making a peep, just sitting there with her little paws crossed, waiting for me to hand her a little piece of cheese. It's so funny.
That is cute. I didn't know the cat liked it too.
Mm-hmm. She just doesn't. But at nighttime, when it's time for her to eat her wet food at night, because she gets like dry food during the day, and then I give her a can of wet food for the night to, like, you know, stick to her ribs. And she will take my ass out. She will stand there and be like, she's just screaming at me till I get her food.
Yeah, my mom's dog makes this weird grunt and then just stares at me like, bitch, get my dinner.
All right. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. Come on up. I will allow friendlies at this time as well.
The dog disagrees.
She's like, I don't give a shit. Just give me the goddamn tag. Give me the cheese. Oh, I don't have any sympathy. I'm sorry. I'm looking for the sympathy. I'm looking for sympathy for the guy who gets all his alloy wheels from China and he voted for Trump. And he's like, I didn't know the tariffs, so we're gonna affect my business, guys. I'm gonna be out of work. I'm gonna be out of business in 6 months.
Girl, when I tell you
Thoughts and tariffs.
that video, I fell out laughing. I must have watched it 5 times, and every time he said it, I laughed harder and harder. Because it's like, we warned you. We told you.
Yep.
We begged, we pleaded, we showed proof of, and you still voted against your own best interest after what we knew the first time.
Absolutely. But you liked your racism too much. You thought you were going to get rid of them damn illegals. Look what your nasty racism did to you. Fucked yourself. Fucked your own business. That's on you, boo. Hi, Mr. Logic.
Good afternoon.
How are ya?
I am fantastic, Diavo. How about you?
I'm okay.
You seem pretty cheesy.
It's pretty cheesy today.
Just dropping in to say hello while you took friendlies up. And
Yeah.
what a day. I want to share a quick story for all the people who say that Trump doesn't hate veterans, since that's their... I'm always good for one of those stories. I have service-connected arthritis in both of my knees, and pretty bad knees. I'm in bad shape. I had some good physical therapy going there for a while, and things were going great. Back in February, my physical therapist here in Atlanta got fired, or reassigned, as I was told. Fired was the actual word.
Yeah.
I just got my new physical therapist today, 6 hours away in Macon, Georgia.
6 hours?
Which is nowhere close to me. So I denied care, and I'm starting to go back to my private doctor. I'm walking with a cane again. I'm 53, by the way.
Oh my God.
I'm in the same boat right now.
So when people say, no, it's not affecting veterans, that's just stuff you read in the mail. It's affecting me, you assholes. Affecting me. So, yeah, I'm going to probably rack up a whole bunch of medical costs just trying to get my knees in line. But just thought I'd share that with everybody. And then the second story is I had an eye appointment in February with the VA. And optometrist retired in February because of all the Doge crap that was happening. And yes, I heard it straight from his mouth. And so did some of the clinic staff. And I just got a new optician in, and I'll be able to get my eye appointment in August, more than likely. So I'm going to a private eye doctor through community care. That's what's happening with the VA right now, in case people are just curious. And that's just Atlanta.
Hey, John, come up here. He says, I hope Trump gives military another raise, but I doubt it. John,
let's talk about that.
come up, John, please.
Talk to me about it, John. Come on, talk to me. Somebody who lives it every day. But yeah, I just thought I'd share that with you guys. I'm not here to complain. That's not what I do. I'm just trying to share the truth of what's happening. This was not a problem. This actually has a
I think it's his connection.
Okay, I thought it was me. I'm like, oh no, am I frozen?
It's been really getting better since then, believe it or not.
Oh, you're cutting out so bad, Mr. Logic.
Wait, I just thought I'd share that. That's all.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm on top of a ridge right now. My bad. I should be better now.
That's okay.
But yeah, that's what's happening. So there's lots of stories like that happening. So if you're curious as to how this stuff is affecting top down, where I'm at on the bottom, this is one of thousands of stories you can go find if you just do your research off of the Google machine. Go talk to people.
Right. Don't Google it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Logic. I'm sorry. And I just want to say I'm really sorry this is happening to you. Having your physical therapist be 6 hours away is ludicrous.
Yeah.
Well, especially when it's a knee or back injury, because that's 6 hours in a car to go get physical therapy, and then you do the physical therapy and have to drive 6 hours back. So your knees or your back are still going to be shot being in the car that long.
And keep in mind, that's availability. That's somebody I can see next week. If I wanted to see somebody close to me within my zip code, it'd be a couple of months. And I don't really have a couple of months because I've already been without physical therapy for 2 months. So
that's crazy.
You know, I'm doing it on my own, just what I've been taught. But physical therapy is a gradual process. You do this exercise for a couple of weeks, and you graduate to the next one. You graduate to the next. And arthritis is not something that goes over.
You're
kind of genuine care that people don't realize that they provides.
Yeah, that's shameful. But thank you for coming out, Mr. Logic. I appreciate you sharing that with us.
I'm going to drop, but
okay.
Love you guys.
Love you too. Thank you.
Bye, Logic.
I don't think you can do physical therapy by telemedicine.
And even if you couldn't, it doesn't have the same effects because your physical therapist has all the tools you need.
John, welcome. How are you?
Hey, Diva. I just wanted to come up and share the guy that was just on Logic about the Veterans Administration. My neighbor that lives downstairs from me was in the Vietnam War, and he's totally in an electric wheelchair now. He can't walk at all, but he goes to dialysis at the Veterans Hospital here. And the other day, he was arguing with them. They didn't want. I think something happened. I don't know the details with his insurance, but I know he was arguing that he had to have his dialysis.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure he got it eventually, but I think they delayed him, and I think it's only going to get worse. And yes, he was a Trump voter, and it's hard for me to feel sorry for him. You know.
Does he realize it's Trump that's doing this?
I told him because I was coming in and he was arguing with them on the phone, and then he's like, I can't even get my ride, and I turned around and I said, well, you voted for it, and he just looked at me. And I just went by him, but I think he knows, because if he didn't, he would have argued the point
Exactly.
I know he does, and then I just, walked away. But then I was telling somebody, it's hard for me to feel sorry. But
it is because they voted.
Did you want to? Yeah, go ahead.
They voted because they thought it was going to harm other people, and then when it hits them, they're like, "Oh, why is it happening to me?" You didn't care if it helped hurt anyone else. You just now you care because it affects you.
Yep, that's it. And I just want to say again, I'm getting paranoid and kind of afraid of this grabbing people off the street. I'm wondering when they're going to start grabbing older women off the street because they don't have babies anymore, so they need to be put somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So.
And I'm scared they're going to snatch my son. To be quite honest with you, my oldest son is half Mexican. And he's got darker skin. He has dark hair, brown skin. He's born here too. Bill was born here, and then the judge said, "Sorry, there's nothing I can do." No, I'm thinking, I'm nervous that my son would have to go through that. But now I could take his birth certificate down there, and it won't fucking matter.
Yeah, exactly. I don't get it. And Jim, I just want to say I did report your other
Thank you.
Account. Okay.
Reported it twice, once for fraud and once for they may be underage.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, if they get rid of it, I'm fine with that because I just don't want my friends getting like crappy messages and stuff.
Okay. Well, that's all I had to say for today. Thank you for bringing me up. I appreciate it.
Of course, Don. Thank you so much. I appreciate you coming up, talking with us. Thank you, supporters today. They've been mysteriously quiet today. Oh, I invited somebody. Did they come?
It flashed and then she was gone.
Okay.
Something Silva.
It was Dot Silva. Yeah. Gigi, how are you? All right. Maybe that was a tapping error.
She has to go.
Wake me up before you go. That's the first song that popped in my head. Sorry, guys.
Wham!
Exactly. I'm a Gen X. What do you expect?
I love Wham.
My best friend Teresa got to see him in concert when they came, like back in the 80s. I'm talking like way back. And she was absolutely in love with George Michael. I mean, in love with George Michael. And I told her, I said, girl, he's gay. She's like, no, he's not.
That and Ricky Martin.
Okay, okay, you got to stop. Okay, Ricky Martin.
I just,
Ricky Martin
looking for a surrogate to have babies with. I'm like, I'm your girl.
Dude, I think I told you guys this story once before, but Ricky Martin was coming in concert here in Orlando, and so the local news station local radio station was giving away front row tickets, and me and her were like, those are our tickets. So they had and I was sure that if I could get in front of him, he would want me. you know that delusion. And so they had this contest called Sticky for Ricky. And one they had to be a duo, it had to be a team, because one person had to pour maple syrup over the other person, and they have to roll around in a like baby pool of like tickets, and whoever had the most amount of tickets stuck to them at the end got the front row tickets. So everyone tried different gimmicks. Somebody wore like jeans and a long sleeve shirt. Just and then somebody came like with a raincoat. Everyone had a different shtick. And she's like, I'm gonna wear the smallest bikini that I have. Because have you ever made pancakes and you get a little bit of syrup on your fingers and it sticks for hours if you don't wash it off immediately? So she says, we're gonna go bare skin. I'm like, okay. So we went out there and I had to dump like a gallon bucket of maple syrup over her, all over her body so that we could get all the tickets. So she got in that little baby pool and she rolled around and she rolled around and she rolled around and we won the damn thing. Me and her got front row tickets and that man sweat on me, dripped on me, reached down and touched me. I'm like, I am never washing my hand again, that kind of thing. But we won. She was covered in tickets, and we ended up winning the front row ticket. So it was fun.
Yeah, but all I can think about is did she report about the yeast infection afterwards? Because that's a whole lot of sugar and crack that
But that was so much fun, and I'm sorry I had to tell that story again. But it was so every time Ricky Martin was my boo thing, man. I had a hots for him so bad. He's so gorgeous.
I still do. When he talks
Oh,
on
yeah.
a show somewhere, I'm like, oh my God, he's still beautiful.
He's still beautiful.
He is absolutely beautiful.
Does anybody remember Gerardo?
Yes.
He's still, like, he got hotter with age. Way hotter.
Suavecito.
Yeah, he came up on TikTok. Oh,
Rico.
God.
Suave.
So since we're sharing stories and since you're in Florida, you two, do you know who Stevie B is?
Yes, I do.
So when I was 15 and I was in a club with my then boyfriend, later husband, I had the same ideology that if I got up front, I was going to get pegged.
Exactly.
The shortest skirt and the cutest little crop top, little white feet crop top, hair all down. You remember how much hair I had?
Same.
And I got picked, and I got picked for the after party. And I was like, oh my gosh, I got picked for the after party. And so they pull us out to the limo, and I'm getting in the limo, and all I felt was this hand grab me back by my hair.
Was it your husband?
It was my.
Yes.
He's like, where do you think
Spring
you're going? I'm like, we're going to the after party. And they're like, well, no, you can't come. And I'm like, oh, man.
Oh, man. Spring love. Come back to me.
And he snatched me so fast out of that limo. I tell my oldest son all the time, you could have been Stevie B's love child.
Oh, my God. That's so funny.
Yeah, that was fun. Fun times.
Fun times. I used to stalk New Kids on the Block all around. I went to every concert they ever went to. I saw them for the very first time in Valentine Heartbeat. I think it was called Valentine Heartbeat in February of 1988, before anybody knew who they were. Nobody knew who they were. I went back to go, I'm like, oh my God, I love NKOTB. And they're like, who the fuck is NKOTB? I'm like, New Kids on the Block. I'm like, who the hell's that? I'm like, I saw them at Disney. It was at Disney Valentine Heartbeat concert series. And they're like, who the hell's that? And then, of course, they blew up everywhere. But it was funny and I stalked them like crazy because I was for sure that I was going to be Jordan Knight's wife. Like, I was positive my name was going to end with Knight. How delusional when you're teenagers.
That's too cute.
V, welcome.
Hi, thank you so much. Those are great stories, by the way. I'm like listening and laughing, and I'm trying not to screw up because I'm making posters for this weekend's protest and everything, and
We're all fangirling over 80s and 90s pop icons.
Hey, I was right there. I'm Gen X too, and hello, Gen X. It's my first time being up with you. Hi, Jem. It's glad. I'm super glad to have you back. We all missed you.
She's so glad to be back.
I was trying to think of something to say, but it's just too depressing, so I'm just trying to not say anything depressing.
Okay, got it. Thank you. But we're glad she's back, yes.
My wife just walked in the door. I gotta go. Can you drop me down, please?
I surely can. Bye, Gen X. Thank you. Love you.
Have a wonderful day.
You too, honey.
Bye.
Thank you. Okay.
I didn't know if you guys saw, and I know that the same person was on Parker's. I believe it was this last Friday. Was it Friday? Or maybe the Friday before. There was this guy that was on Dean's Live, and he stated Dean was giving him different options, of if someone else had ran against Kamala. And, Dean had put up Putin. And the guy was like, yeah, if he had run on the Republican ticket, I would have voted for him. And so then Dean went one step further and was like, well, what about Hitler? And the guy full on admitted, because anything against the quote unquote libs, to own the libs, and
Yep.
it just, it's not, we've all been saying it, that, that a lot of them are just, well, we've got to own the libs, we've got to own the libs, like that whole bullshit rhetoric that they keep spouting. But a lot of them, it's, you've got your hardcore MAGA that just fawn all over and drink every single, bodily fluid that Trump spews. Ew. And they do.
I know, but ew.
Right. And well, they are disgusting. They're disgusting human beings. And then you've got the ones that just are like, I just vote this way because I've got to own the list. And then I saw, and I cannot remember for the life of me, it was 2 nights ago, something pointing exactly to this, that, that there were numerous people that had been questioned throughout the Midwest. And when I say the Midwest, I'm talking about like Western Ohio and, along that line, like Southwestern Ohio and along that, longitudinal line.
Yeah.
Stating that it was to own the list, that was all they cared about, was they just have to own the list. And it's like, how disgusting are you that you are okay with violation of human rights, with what is going to happen with harming human beings so much because you hate a group of people?
They're insane.
They are.
And here's the thing. This idea that they have of harming the libs, they don't even comprehend that when they vote against the libs, they're voting against the very people who protected their civil rights, who gave them their voices and their vote, who protects their ability to have health care. Like, they literally don't even comprehend that over the last 35 years, of the 51 million jobs created in this country, 50 million of those jobs were created under Democrat presidents. Right. Democrats. It's not Republicans.
Only a million of the Republicans. Yep.
Yeah, just the math alone of job creation in this country is 50 million to 1. In fact, let that sink in at how ridiculous they are, that they are somehow harming us, when in reality it's them, the majority of them in red states, that they're harming.
Yeah, but they don't care. And that's the problem, is they just are like, well, the libs are crying, and, like all of their bullshit regurgitated rhetoric that they just spew constantly, that they are, it's all about this. And I'm just like, these people are absolutely insane. They're completely out of touch, uneducated. They don't know anything. They don't know what they're talking about.
No, they don't.
And they don't care.
Nope. They do not.
And no. And so I didn't know if you guys had seen that, but we've been watching it on your live, Diava, on other people's lives, that, and even ever since Trump was voted in the first time, how emboldened all these people have gotten over the years, and it's just getting worse. And now it looks like all bets are off. All of their red hats have come off to expose them, and they're just letting it fly their true colors. And like my son, we were at the April 5th It was his first time getting to stand in for a protest because I didn't allow him to join my daughter and me for the BLM protest in 2020 and 2021.
Uh-huh.
And
Thank you, Lori.
he was too young. But, you know, it's like he's all in. So, you know, because of school and stuff, but he's like, I want to dress up as Trump. And we're putting like signs on him on the front and back. Now I'm not gonna be going as well, you know, with my signs and stuff that is going to be speaking about how we are absolutely in the fourth right. But
Oh yeah.
you know, we were like, you know, brainstorming as to how he wanted to do this. And so he's going to wear a sign on the front and the back, you know, have the suit. We've got him a wig. I'm going to, you know, put a mask on his nose and everything so that he can't be identified.
Right.
He is only 15. But on the front, he's wearing a sign that, you know, says felon, and it's listing the 34. That's what I'm working on right now, is the 34 felonies he was convicted of. The sign on the back is every single person who has accused him of SA.
Nice.
And my son is like, this is what I want to do. You know, like we were brainstorming and I'm like, are you sure? Are you sure this is what you want? Yes, I want to do this, you know, and it's like, I'm so proud of this kid, but I'm in fear that this march isn't going to be as large as May 5th. I'm hoping, or as April 5th, I'm hoping that it will be larger, you know, or, you know, get some national attention again. But I mean, it's just like we are standing up. This is the only way, until it comes to, and unfortunately, I am one of those believers that feel that, you know, throughout history, the only way to take down a dictatorship is through an uprising from within.
Yep.
Or help from other nations elsewhere. But until then, I'm going to do what we can peacefully.
Absolutely. I appreciate that. I'm really glad that you got your son involved. He's old enough to be able to.
Oh yeah, he does congressional debates and everything with his school and stuff. So he's very, very well aware of what is going on, and he stays up on the current topics and past topics and loves to learn. So you know, this isn't me trying to push him. It was me asking if he wanted to be a part of it, and him like yes, and like jumping full board. I want to be a part of this movement. I want to be a part of standing up. And you know, and some of his friends, they've got a D&D thing on Saturday. They're all like, you know, we wish we could be a part of this too. So.
Well, good for him. I'm really glad that you're getting him involved. Or that not you getting him involved, that he wants to be involved. My bad.
No, I get it. And I know you've got other people, so thank you again, as always. It's always a pleasure getting to come up and talk with you.
Thank
I really
you.
Appreciate it.
Of course, thank you, V.
All right. I hope you both have a great night, and everybody in the chat has a great night.
You as well. Thank you. Led by Love. If you have a Bluetooth on, can you turn the Bluetooth off and then unmute yourself as soon as you turn your Bluetooth off? Because you have quite an echo.
Hello?
Hey, how are you? Oh, you still got a big echo.
Okay, let me just try to fix this. 1 second. Hello?
Yes.
Is that better?
Yes.
Yes.
No echo. You're good.
Yeah. Great. Yeah, I've just been sitting here listening. I'm not much of a typer. I just like to get involved with these lives. And I just, for the life of me, can't understand MAGA and their thought process. They like walking contradictions.
Yes.
Like they say they care about being a patriot, but the things that they're doing destroying our country.
And
And then, yes, somebody said earlier about
not patriotic at all.
yeah, somebody said earlier that they were speaking to some MAGA people when they were saying that they would vote for Putin, and I saw a couple of
Yes.
people that said they would vote for Putin
Yes.
before they voted for Kamala Harris, and that is scary. That is like very scary. We don't care. And I also saw a couple of documentaries about how Russia has been trying to infiltrate America for decades now by demoralizing individuals in our country.
And he's done a damn good job, hasn't he?
Yes, he has done a marvelous job. I mean, if it wasn't the destruction of our country, I would give him some props for that. But it absolutely is. And it's just like the way Trump is just refusing to say anything bad about Putin, the way he's just laying down for all these other dictators because he wants to be a dictator.
He looks up to him, yeah.
Weak of a person, to be a dictator himself. Actually, he kind of lays down for Putin, and you can't be a dictator and be laying down to other dictators. You have no strength. Like China is like these tariffs are horrible. Like I used to work in import export. I still do dabble a little bit. I understood what tariffs were from the beginning. And so the problem is that these MAGAs are saying that they're going to be good because they don't understand how they work. Even though people have explained it at length, they still don't understand how it works. And if they do get stopped, if we do stop them, they're going to go on forever saying that we stopped Trump from doing what he wanted to do because they don't understand it until they feel it.
Right.
But then I want them to learn a lesson, but I don't want to learn it with them. So it's like, damn if you do, damn if you don't with them. But the moral of the story, and what I really wanted to get my point across with this, is that if we don't get Trump out of office, we let him do this whole 4 years, our country is going to be devastated.
A shell. It'll be a shell of a country.
Yes, and all of our allies are going to look down. Right now, they're looking down on us, but they understand that a lot of us don't want this. But it's like, if we don't really show the sign that we do not want this, like for real, and get him out of office, then they're going to just stay against us. And we already have damage that I think we can fix at some point. But if he says for the 4 years, it's going to be irreparable. And I want to thank you for letting me, say my piece.
Absolutely.
I'm just saying that, listen, I gave you a follow. I'm actually working right now, but I just couldn't help myself. It's just
Thank you.
Every time I go on, the matters that do decide to step up, they have no facts. They have nothing.
They have feelings.
Anything that they said, other than yes. And I sit here and I try to be like impartial. I've never voted before this election. Never. And
How old are
I'm
you?
not really. I'm 39 actually.
Why did you not vote?
I didn't really feel like it affected me. I don't know.
I'm gonna be very direct with you. You're part of the problem.
I voted this election.
Yes, but it's too late. It's too late now. This election was too late to get started at 39. I want to be very, very direct with everybody, whether you're on our side or not. If you waited till the age of 39 to vote, you are already letting the degradation and the destruction happen. So I appreciate. Let me finish before you talk over me.
Okay.
This is the problem. When you guys come up here and think that voting in one election made a difference, after all the devastation he caused in 2016, all the hate he was permeating in New York, all the things he was saying and doing, if you waited that long, and you're a grown-ass man, you waited because you didn't think it would apply to you. That's the problem with the United States, is the arrogance of the people in this country that thinks that it's going to be somebody else's problem to worry about. And now you're directly.
Well, that's not the case.
You just said you didn't think it applied to you.
No, I didn't.
You did.
I think it applied to me.
You did.
But okay. Either way, I'm not gonna argue about that. I am a convicted.
You can't. You just admitted it.
I am a convicted felon. So for a good period of time, I was not able.
You were able to vote.
My life.
Again, there are other. Let's be honest.
It wasn't.
let's be honest, even if you were a convicted felon, you didn't start by saying that. You were trying to keep that quiet. We have a convicted felon in the White House right now.
I mean, I don't openly just tell everybody that I'm a convicted felon.
And I understand that.
To this conversation.
Yeah, I understand that.
So, and I've heard people that have gone to vote, and they have gotten arrested. So they say they were
Exactly.
I've been in parole for 10 years. I just recently got on parole, just so you know.
Well, I'm glad.
I was not aware. A lot of those states you couldn't vote as a felon. That was not in place until a few years ago, and then I got off of parole. And so I would have voted in 2016, but literally I was watching the election from a prison cell.
But that's not what you said when I asked you. Do you see the problem I have with the way you're explaining it? When I asked you, you said I didn't think it would apply to me. That's what you said. You said I didn't think it would make a difference. I didn't think it would apply to me. This is recorded, so believe me, we can play it back to you. So that's the difference between saying, honestly, I couldn't vote versus I didn't think it applied to me. See how it changes the entire story?
I understand what you're saying. I would like
Okay.
to hear that. I don't believe that I said I didn't think it applied to me, but maybe I misspoke.
Okay. I mean, I'm glad that you exercise your right when you're finally able to. And I do understand. I mean, I wouldn't lead in a conversation that I was a convicted felon. So I get that you don't want to just like say that. There's a stigma to it.
Yes.
For a lot of people. People make mistakes, and if you do your time, I think people that have gotten out of prison should be allowed to vote. That's me personally. I figure if you've done your time, you've done your time, there's no reason why if you've been given back your freedom, there's no reason you shouldn't be able to vote.
There's a reason why they didn't do that, though. People don't seem to understand the history, and that's the problem. The reason that you lost the right to vote when you became a convicted felon was because they truly believed that many of the people that were committing crimes did so because they weren't able to make proper decisions in their life. They were committing crimes, they had EQ problems, which is your emotional quotient, and you were just doing things that you shouldn't have been doing. If anything under the Constitution has proven that to be true now, it is literally watching a convicted felon in the White House commit additional crimes with the powers given to him as the president. That doesn't mean that if you made a one and done and you got your rights and you fought to have your rights restored, that you should be able to prove that you're on the right track. And that's where Diava and I agree completely. But there are many people that have a criminality process that they continue to follow a pattern of behavior to get over on everybody else. And we're watching that currently in the White House.
Agreed. I also believe that if you're labeled a criminal, that people think that all of your rights should be taken away.
Yeah.
It gives them the authority to take all your rights away.
But that tells me you didn't listen to what I said. I said a pattern of behavior. A pattern of behavior. We're witnessing it currently in our administration right now.
Yeah, she's not talking about you. Yeah, she's not talking about you, Led by Love. She's talking about Trump.
No, I understand.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying for like regular citizens,
Yeah.
they will take all your rights away
Yeah.
if you're labeled a felon. And that's kind of what they did with the immigrants. That's why it was so important that they pushed that they're criminals.
Exactly.
Justifying anything that they did to them afterwards.
Agree.
And they're still pushing that rhetoric now. That if they're criminals, then they get what they deserve. And we're seeing these people in El Salvador. Is it El Salvador?
Yeah, El Salvador. Mm-hmm.
This is horrendous.
It is.
The pictures of these people huddled up together. And I maybe not to that extent, but I have experienced like somewhat similar to that, and it makes me want to cry seeing people who we don't even know who they are.
No.
And we know some of these people are not criminals; they're legal citizens, whether it's immigrants that came in and actually did get their green cards or whatever, visas, whatever it's called, and it's horrible. But people are these maggots are just laughing about it, saying that they deserve it.
I know. It's sick.
it's like, and they think that they're on the right side of things, and that's the scary part. Like, you think that you are on the right side of things by like being happy that people's human rights are violated.
Right.
And then a lot of them, they say, oh, they want to own the libs. Like somebody was saying, this is they own the. They don't even know what liberals are. If they did, they wouldn't be against liberals.
Right.
It's like nothing like insidious about being a liberal. You want freedom for everybody.
Well, the thing is they wouldn't have a 40-hour work week without Democrats, without liberals. They wouldn't have the FMLA. They wouldn't have like their Family Medical Leave Act. They wouldn't have a lot of the stuff that they don't even know were brought on and championed by Democrats.
Yeah.
And why they have some of the, why they have the civil liberties that they have, all that kind of stuff because of Democrats.
Yeah.
They just paint us.
Universal healthcare.
Right.
Sorry.
No, so they just paint us as we're like some wackos. And because I've talked to people up here, they're like, well, there's radicals on both sides. I'm like, okay, a radical leftist. What is radical about wanting people to have, everyone to have health care, everyone to have a living wage, everyone to have equality? And I mean, what's so radical about that? Nothing. It's not radical to care about all humans and want everyone to have health care and everyone to have a home and everyone to have a living wage and everyone to prosper. That's not radical. But when you got radical on the right, is when they start taking away human rights and all of that. And because we include all people, they're always talking about, oh, you're pushing an agenda like the LGBTQ and, transgender and all, the two normal talking points. I'm like, we don't push anything. We just, we stand up for them because they're also human beings and they're also U.S. citizens. And they also should be afforded every single protection that everyone else in the country has. Just because we accept them for who they are doesn't mean that we're pushing anything. We're just accepting. Acceptance is not indoctrination. It's just accepting for people who and how they are.
Absolutely. Doesn't mean you approve of their lifestyle. You just believe that they should have the right to live the way
they can live their life any way they want.
And it's not infringing upon my freedom in any way.
No.
Somebody being gay or transsexual doesn't affect me at all.
It's transgender.
And me saying it's okay. Oh, sorry.
It's okay. I'm just making sure that the verbiage is correct. That's all. No shade. I'm just making sure you just say the right word.
Yeah. No, I got you. But yes.
I don't care what anyone does in their as long as no one gets hurt and you have consenting adults and all of that.
Yes.
Don't care.
Yes. But when we try to make religion law,
yeah,
that becomes the problem. Like,
I agree.
You can be whatever religion you want to be, but you want to push that on other people. That's when it becomes dangerous. And now we have Christian nationalists or people saying that they're Christians. And
yes.
They're just trying to get a base.
And you know what? I think that I watched a TikTok today, and I shared it with a few folk. I don't know if I shared it with you, Jim. I can't remember now. But this lady said, she was ex-MAGA, and she's like, stop calling these people Christians, because there are actual Christians who don't believe this way. These people are Christian nationalists. And she goes, I would think we should call them Christocrats. I was like, I love that. They're Christocrats. They want a theocrats. They're not Christians because they're not following any of the teachings of Christ, which is to feed the poor and take care of the infirm and all of those things. Like, they don't do anything that's Christ-like. So they're just Christians in name only. Like, they're not actual Christians. So she said, we need to change the name. We need to call them Christocrats or theocrats. Don't let them call themselves Christians because they're not acting Christ-like at all. And I love that. I thought it was awesome because they are acting like Christians. I was raised an evangelical Christian my whole life. And because I was raised an evangelical Christian is why I'm a liberal, which is why I care about my fellow man, because I was told to growing up. We should care about our neighbors. We should care about everybody. We should love our enemies as ourselves. We should turn the other cheek. We should feed the hungry, clothe the naked, visit the prisoners. Like, all the things that the Bible actually tells us to do is why I'm a liberal, because I listened.
Well, personally, I don't think it should even be in our political spectrum to be discussed with regard to the same things. I think it needs to be completely separate, but I agree with you fully. Holland is in your guest request with regard to the 4th District's opinion on Garcia's case, if you wanted to hear about it, an update.
Okay. Led by Love, thank you for coming up. Just so you know, this is my backup account. My main account is just Diavatalks without the 2.0. I'm just on a timeout for the next few days. So make sure you look me up and follow my main account. It has the same logo so that you know it's me.
Absolutely, we'll do.
All right.
And thanks for having me.
Of course.
Live. I appreciate it. I'll continue to listen, but I am actually working, so I need to get back to that.
Okay, I'll let you go. Thank you so much.
Yeah, right.
All right. Bye-bye. Okay, Holland, hi, welcome.
Hey, so the district court in the Garcia case had ordered that certain government officials be deposed about the deportation of Franco
Yes,
Garcia
by Tuesday.
procedural. That got elevated to the Fourth Circuit, and we now have the Fourth Circuit's decision. It's a 7-page decision. It was authored. The panel that the decision was before was a Reagan-appointed judge, a Clinton-appointed judge, and an Obama judge. I would encourage everybody to read it. Like I said, it's 7 pages. It's so well written, and it creates it sets forth.
What was the decision?
Argument. They upheld it. They upheld the decision of the district court, but they go one step further. And I was shocked to see this, but they even sort of make the argument that so many of us have made, that it's immigrants today, it's citizens tomorrow.
Right.
I was a citizen yesterday.
If you have the opportunity, it's not even a full 7 pages. It's really powerful. I would encourage everybody to read it.
Okay, I appreciate you coming by and telling us, because I've been waiting to hear what they were going to say.
Where did you find it, or where did you find it where you could pull it up and read it?
I can send you a link. I found it. It's on the Fourth Circuit webpage, but I can send you the full decision.
Okay, if you would send it to diavatalks@gmail.com. If you want to just email it there, I'd love to take a look at it.
Diavatalks@gmail.com.
Yep.
I will send it to you right now.
Okay, sounds great. Thank you so much.
Appreciate you.
You too. Thank you. Yeah, that's
For
some good.
everybody not following Holland, she's an attorney, so I take whatever she offers us at face value. She reads it, she determines whether or not it's trustworthy, and goes to the actual district courts to pull the information. So please follow her.
Yeah, that's good info. Juniper,
Yes.
can you turn down your background noise?
I'm going to another room. My background noise is my child.
Oh, okay. I have kids. I get it.
Run! Is this better?
Oh, yeah.
No.
Very much so. Thank you so much. I have kids, so no harm, no foul. It happens.
I was just really angry about the RFK and Donald Trump comments about autism.
Yes, extremely.
Fuming.
Me too. I have a child with autism, so I get it.
Well, mine's nonverbal, but like words are starting to come out, and she's taught herself all these words. She's taught herself like how to count and say the alphabet, and like she's taught herself everything. There's absolutely nothing wrong with autism. I can't believe that we're talking about autism as though it's some sort of pandemic that needs to be cured.
Yeah. What specifically he said was that, what it infuriated me, because the first thing he said is that they will never pay taxes. They will never pay taxes.
Yeah, I caught on to that.
And that it struck me that he said that first, because what he's telling everybody is in society that these people are they're just a drain on society. Exactly. They can't work. They can't hold job. They can't pay taxes. They destroy the family. And they can't use the bathroom by themselves. They're never going to have kids, and all these horrific things that are just not true. And it was so grotesque. And I think it's because, as you know, in 1930s Germany, before they went after the Jewish people, they went after the disabled.
And it was the kids first too, not even the adults. They went after the disabled kids.
So that's what they're doing. This is the playbook right out and out. I mean,
well, and I mean, we already kind of knew what Donald Trump thought about disabled people.
Yeah, because he mocked them.
His nephew. Well, everything.
Oh, and his nephew. Yeah.
He's spoken about his son. So
he's like, why don't you just let him go? I'm like, Jesus Christ, he has no heart. He is literally a soulless creature.
And RFK's family warned us about who he was. Nobody listened.
Nope.
His own family, who comes from a political background and great wealth, highly educated, informed the American public of how dangerous he was, and nobody listened. And now he is sitting in a position where only medical doctors and scientists should be sitting.
Correct.
Wasn't his sister that was compromised?
Rose Kennedy.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry. I trust nobody that would lobotomize somebody.
The whole thing is gross. And you know, the bottom line is that this is going to impact Republican families too. And I wonder how they're sitting with it, hearing RFK talk so horribly about their family members as well.
I can't stand it.
Yeah, there must be something within them going, what did he say? And if they're trying to somehow argue it, like internally, that tells you how lost they have become.
Correct.
Part of me thinks that, like, MAGA, or maybe half of them, doesn't care because they're the type of people that would need something to blame the autism on. Like, they couldn't just accept that their child has autism.
Well, they're making it like it's something that needs to be cured, and you can't cure it. And there's nothing wrong with these children. Their brains are just wired differently.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not a disease. It's not a disease. It's a disorder. It's not a disease.
Is he going to cure Elon?
Well, that's what I said. They said the whole.
Elon's on the spectrum.
They said the whole Schnazi salute was because of his autism, and I'm like. They said they tried to blame Elon doing the salute just because he was autistic and stimming. That was so offensive.
Just for the record, there's nothing in Elon's background that says he's ever been diagnosed. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. He uses it as a reason to cause harm on others.
And to be weird. And to do shitty things to people.
I'm not questioning anyone's
I don't know.
I am,
that is very highly acceptable. I mean, you can question it. I'm not mad at you for questioning it, but I don't because I'm part of the autistic community.
I have autism in my family as well. That's not the point I'm making. I'm saying trying to use that as an excuse for doing something so heinous and then trying to blame it on autism is disgusting.
Right.
Yeah, and I agree, but I'm just saying I don't necessarily agree that he's lying about having autism. Like, they're trying to blame autism on for the guy that unalived the college kids. Was that in Utah? The
When?
Utah college murders.
I hadn't heard that.
118 losses of life in just 2025 alone. So.
Well, this was like a year ago, and it was a young man who was actually a doctorate student at the same college. Like, he went into a home and killed a bunch of, like.
Oh, you can't say that word. You can't say that word. Can't say that word.
Idaho. Yeah, but they're trying to say that he's autistic too, and I hate that. Like,
but that's my point. You trying to use autism for the negative things and not for the good things is my problem.
Yeah, no, I completely agree, but I don't think that. I mean, did Elon say that he was stimming?
Elon is the one who said that he was on the spectrum when there's been nothing in his medical history, and even
but he's not the one that said that he was stimming. So it's not him trying to use the autism; it's the people around him trying to okay his psychile. It's not the autistic person saying that he's autistic and to say it's okay. It's holistic people trying to make it okay because he may be on the spectrum. that's why I disagree with what you're saying. It's not him saying he's stiffed. It's other people that don't understand autism saying that he's stiffed.
Okay.
And I mean, I'm not trying to argue. I'm just saying, like,
It
why I
sounds
think
like you're
it's
trying to
important.
argue. So I'm just going to ignore what you're saying and let you move on.
Okay, I mean, you're entitled to your opinion.
No, mine's not an opinion. Mine's based on an interview with his father who says there's nothing in his background where he was diagnosed with that. He's using
And
it.
what I'm saying is the medical industry
But I'm saying he's
accepts
using it to cause harm.
self-diagnosis.
Juniper.
I don't think he is.
Juniper,
I don't
he
think
is.
he is.
He is. He
said
is.
he's
I'm
autistic.
telling you
He
he
didn't say
is.
he's stiff.
I'm telling you he's
That's-
using it to
you can
cause
tell me
harm
how
to
you
the
want.
autistic community.
I didn't say he doesn't.
I don't
just said it's
understand
not
your
making
argument, so
Okay.
I'm not gonna continue this.
Okay.
I'm not.
Yeah. Let's.
Well, you're questioning someone's diagnosis is a hard
No,
to
I'm
the
not.
autistic community.
No,
You are questioning his diagnosis.
Listen, Juniper.
Self-diagnosis.
Juniper.
Self-diagnosis
Juniper.
is accepted by the medical industry. I can hear you. You can keep
Juniper.
saying my name all you
I'm
want.
not
Keep saying it.
questioning anybody's diagnosis. There's
You
a doctor
are.
that's gonna school you right now, but no, I am not questioning.
You are
I'm saying he
questioning
has
it. If
not
somebody
been
says-
diagnosed.
It doesn't matter.
You can,
I'm not
you can
diagnosed.
argue till
I am
the cows
autistic.
come home because
You
you
don't
think that
have
you're
to
doing
be
right.
diagnosed to be
You're
autistic.
actually causing more harm to the community by doing what
bitch,
you're
whatever.
doing now.
You know what the fuck you're talking about.
Listen to you.
Dr.
Honestly, I don't know how
Dr.
one
Keisha?
comes up to talk about supporting a community and then literally argues with the people saying that Elon Musk, RFK, and Trump are harming the community. You're literally arguing against me for saying they're harming the community and all of the programs that are going to protect everyone in the autistic community. So you're broken yourself.
You actually want a medical professional to diagnose you.
Thank you.
Dr. Sharon and I would cringe because the one thing we don't want is people trying to self-diagnose. Handle it to the professionals, and actually that diagnosis takes many steps. It's a spectrum. It is not something that's made overnight. You rule out other things. You can't self-diagnose that. So I don't know. I don't know his story though, and nor do I want to. And I don't even want to delve my energy or oxygen to talk about him. But we don't accept self-diagnosis. No, we don't. If that's the case, y'all can take my job. I wouldn't have to go to work next week.
Right? You're like, just step in. I'm good.
God, I don't even know what just happened.
I don't know. And she started cussing. I was like, I don't know.
And then did you read what she just quote at me again? Professionals accepted self-diagnosis because we know ourselves best. Wrong. And Jennifer, nice to meet you. I hold a master's degree in mental health. So I actually provide diagnosis. So you are wrong.
Okay.
FDA had to put on hold the committee that does quality control for food because there was not enough people to work. So y'all better have a garden.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Lord have mercy. Boxer Mom, how are you?
Well, I'm pretty good. I'm just trying to figure out what just happened.
Yeah, I don't know. That was
nuts. Anyhow, hi Jim, hi Dr. Keisha.
that wasn't on my bingo card for today. How about we just say that?
Right? Christ. Jim, I just want to first of all be really mad at you. Really, really mad. Because you have blown my appetite for dinner, for breakfast tomorrow, lunch and dinner with that stuff about Trump's you know what. That was bad.
I don't even remember what I said at this point. I say so much stuff on the internet.
You was on fire today. I'll read this real fast.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is a smart aleck.
Hey, I like smart aleck ones too.
Yeah. Welcome to the United States. We like to run our face into a brick wall continuously. Congratulations, America. You hired a narcissist scratch and sniff scratch and sniff sticker, masquerading as a leader, and now your 401k is doing limbo in a volcano while eggs priced on the black market like caviar. Hope you enjoy your daily breakfast of toast, tears, and financial ruin. He takes the global economy like he was trying to unlock a cheat code in a game he's never read the instructions for. Every time he true socials, another stock unalives. Your retirement fund is now a sad GoFundMe. Title, Please Help Linda by Mail. And somehow, after all of that, you still got people out here like, Betty's playing 40 chess. No, Carl, he's not. He's eating the freaking pieces and blaming the board game for voter fraud. This wasn't 40 chess. This is a orange man clown that didn't just he didn't drain the swamp. He got drunk in it. He cannonballed into with both middle fingers up and yelled freedom while trying to trade Puerto Rico for a cheeseburger. This is hungry hypocrite with nuclear launch codes.
Hungry hypocrite.
This is what happens when you elect a man whose economic strategy is based on vibes, gut instinct, and a rage-filled truth social that handles the economy by internet for everybody to get screwed. I had that little part, sorry. He ran the country like a Facebook group called Patriots for Jesus, Guns, and Unregulated Real Estate. And let's be real, he couldn't pass a 5th grade civics test with the answers tattooed on his spray tan hand. But hey, he tells it like it is, right? Cool. Well, here's how it is. Your job's been outsourced to a guy in another country who has healthcare and dignity and isn't being taxed. So billionaires can buy another small business so they get to take everything. Your savings gone, ghosted on a tropical vacation without you, probably hanging out with your student loan forgiveness. And the guy steering the ship thinks the iceberg is a hoax. Climate change is just summer being dramatic, and the Titanic sank because of bad ratings. He was the trader.
I love bad ratings.
Don't get me laughing. I crap myself up on these. Okay, hold on.
Oh my God.
He waged trade wars like he was playing a drinking game. Every time someone said the word tariff, he stared directly into a solar eclipse like he wanted to fight the sun. And he gave press briefings like a guy who ate Wikipedia and choked on the word anonymous. And let's not forget, his foreign policy, I've got love letters. It ain't junk. Sir, this is not summer camp. We are not passing notes to dictators. We are not playing spin the nuke.
Spin the nuke. Okay, I have to pee, so I have to let you finish, but oh my God, this is so funny. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Meanwhile, he's hiding nuclear secrets in a bathroom next to the Febreze while calling himself a very stable genius because he once remembered 3 syllables in a row. So, welcome to the United States where we like to walk or run our face into a brick wall. Population, you, me, and the flaming dumpster fire, formerly known as common sense. So next time someone says, give him another shirt, kind of remind them, we did. He shot the country in the foot and then blamed the floor for existing. Holy shit.
Oh, that was so good. Oh my God. I needed that laugh.
Oh my God. I needed that today too.
That was so good.
Oh my God. That was good. Y'all could do a really good job with that, you and Jim, like in y'all's voices.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you never send us the poems.
I know.
I know I forget. Okay, I'm gonna start doing that thing.
But you
Okay, yeah, I will. I promise.
I'm dying to read them. I absolutely want to read them. I want you to email me all of them, or as many as you can. I so want them so bad because I want to read them.
Okay. Also on my way out, did you hear that he now says today that anybody says if we back up Garcia that we're aiding and abetting?
Yes.
Yes, except he's wrong.
Yeah.
He'd have to hold himself accountable for the
He's
people
so dumb.
let out that committed crimes against the Capitol.
It is so rich, so
the cuts. Yes. The cuts have been cutting. I don't know if y'all heard. I've done a video on it, but I'll do it again. In the last week and a half, there have been 75% total cuts to the CDC that have literally affected every single center in the CDC. And they're not talking about it. They have never released a formal statement, so people don't know. But doctors, one by one, and scientists are disclosing, they've been let go. Almost every, but I will say every, center director has been let go of most of all those positions, from tobacco to birth defects, including the leaders of them as well. So just last night, by the way, it's Black Maternal Health Week, y'all. I gotta plug that. We support all mothers, as the maternal mortality has went up 27% this year. Shout out to America. But 75% of CDC centers, this includes the Center for Chronic Disease. This includes the Center for Tobacco, which is the number one cause of chronic disease, death, and alignment in the United States, which includes leadership positions in almost everything from STD and Environmental Center to Global Health to NEOSH, which is interesting, right? Because that's occupational health and safety. So, wow, what are we going to do without that? Like, who really cares about that? And we cut most recently for dealing with safety and food with FDA. So, cut away, y'all. I have no words.
I don't either.
All you can do is assume, like, just like we know with the measles cases, right? The most recent measles case, that the Michigan baby who only had one immunization was exposed at the airport. All you can do is protect you and your own. I'm going to be honest, because we're not going to get information out the same way. The one place we recommended and relied on, CDC, is not functioning at all. And even people in these sectors are very, very scared. And they're like, they don't know what to do. So,
and I want to tell people with regard to health and safety and vaccine, and I'm going to try and say this without crying. So I took my mom in for a physical on Tuesday. And as many of you know, my mom is very sick, and she has colon cancer on top of all of her other heart ailments. And the nurse came in and said, "Oh, you need to have your shingles shot." And my mom's immediate response was, "Well, what do I need that for? I'm dying anyway." And I paused, and I'm really big on giving my mom her bodily autonomy. Like, I really believe she needs to speak for her body with regard to the end of life. And the nurse looked at me, and she saw my response because I wanted to say something. And she asked me, she's like, "Are you okay?" And I said, "Yeah, I would just prefer that my mom take the shot, because I would rather her have a fighting chance to leave the world without being in severe pain from a disease like shingles." And so the nurse took that as an opportunity to educate my mom on how painful shingles is. And that presented itself a moment of education to give my mom the shot. She accepted that, because although she's leaving this world, I would rather her leave in her sleep peacefully than to suffer from a disease that can be prevented. So please encourage your loved ones to be vaccinated, no matter what age or stage of life they're in. That's all.
Thank you for sharing that, Jem, and I'm sorry. I know that's tough. So, I'm so sorry.
Very, very difficult. And
I'm so sorry, Jen.
And these are the stories that I hear I'm out in Southwest Texas, a border town, covering, because they don't have a pathologist. Not even a pathologist out there, FYI. And every single day, I hear these stories. It breaks my heart, and I'm over it. So I implore you all while we're doing all this, because I'm going to tell you, I'm tired. I try to come on here. I try to do posts. I do what I can. I have a podcast. I spend my own cent to put that together with production team and pay all the doctors to speak and I'm tired. So I really need y'all to understand. I'm tired of even coming on here and telling y'all this. Just listen and share and learn. That's all I can say. I have the Empowered Health Network. We have our resources. We have the ability. I do 45 to 1 hour minute podcasts on this stuff because I see it all the time. I see the woman who decided to get a weight loss surgery of her stomach and now she has signet ring cell carcinoma of the colon. I see the patient who's wondering why they're losing all this weight. All of a sudden, they find out they have Hodgkin's. Nobody told them that, and I'm trying to figure out what to do. And I'm literally off this week, but I've spent probably 3 to 4 hours of my time unpaid making sure all those diagnoses and those doctors understand it so the patients can have peace of mind or at least start chemo. But it's the stories we're hearing. And all of this is going to slow the freak down, all of it. Jim, luckily, and her mother at least are able, Jim's able to be there, but there are many that are not able to be there for their loved ones. They're not able to be there for their loved ones during these times of it. My mom luckily was able to watch my uncle pass away of pancreatic cancer. My mom, 5 years breast cancer free. My sister is still in her first year. Like, this all hits home to me, which is why I continue to come on here and say it all. Like Black Maternal Health Week, I don't care who you are, what color you are, this affects you all.
Yeah.
Black women should not be dying 3 to 4 times the rate as white women. And white women in a first world country, we should not have the highest maternal mortality rate of a first world country, which we are for I don't know how much longer we're going to consider ourselves that. We shouldn't. We got to talk about it.
Yes.
Last night, y'all.
Thank you.
Keisha, did you see? I haven't had a chance to look at it.
I have to.
The other day,
I have to
there's
go.
a 64-page link. Have you seen that with the cuts for different health things?
Yeah, I just talked about all of it.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that's what all was in there because it was like went down to child and children, elderly.
I went through the whole thing on my podcast last night,
Okay.
and it's recorded, so y'all can find it on all platforms.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I will listen. Thank you, Dr. Keisha, Jim, Diava.
Thank you. Thank you, Boxer Mom. I appreciate you. Yours was great today. It was so funny. Thank you, Dr. Keisha, for coming up and giving us all that information. I know it's exhausting for you guys and you're tired.
It's I've got a full time, and if you only knew the health issues I'm dealing with at home with my child. So
I know.
I try, but I'm gonna tell you, I'm like at my exhausted breaking point. So
I know.
The dark hole, and I'm like over it.
I know. And I appreciate you at least still trying to help and do what you can. And I know you're exhausted. And I just want to let you know from one exhausted mom to another, thank you. Thank you still, because I am too. And probably in different ways, but we're all exhausted.
Yeah.
And all of this that's happening is exhausting. So I appreciate you and I appreciate your voice and I appreciate you still giving a little bit of yourself to my live whenever you come up to help us keep us informed. So I just wanted to say thank you.
You're so welcome. All right, we're here for you too.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I know you are. Thank you so much. All right, guys, I do have to go. I really appreciate you guys. I appreciate you. I only need 2 more gardens to hit my goal. Can somebody send me a garden? I just need 2 so I can finish my little goal for today. That'd make me happy. But I appreciate you so much. I couldn't do this every single day without you. I thank you for the love, the taps, the cash apps, the Venmos, all the things. Thank you, DJ Tony. Now I just need 1 more. You're awesome. But I appreciate you guys. And even though it's exhausting and, we feel burnt out. Yay. Thank you, Lori. Thank you so much. Yay. Nisi. Yay. Thank you. I love you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. I appreciate that you guys come here every day, spend the day with me, spend your time with me, help support me. I appreciate you so much. I'm so incredibly grateful and I love each and every one of you so very much. And you're all so special to me. So I appreciate you guys. I love you and I will be back. Thank you. Thank you. Amanda, thank you. Thank you so much for being here. I will be back tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern and we're going to do this all over again. But I appreciate you so much. And you guys have a great night. I absolutely love you. Mwah! I'll see you tomorrow. All right, my YouTube and Twitch friends. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you. Tina, that's true. If you're still here, that is true. However, the U.S. Marshals are under the executive branch. He's not going to order the U.S. Marshals to take himself out. That's why we say we're in a constitutional crisis, because the U.S. Marshals are under the executive branch. Unless you can, and I mean, I don't know. I mean, the military could take him out because he's basically staging a coup of our country. He's just trying to take over. He's not ignoring the courts, ignoring everything. He's doing coup number 2. It does suck, but good question. But yeah, the U.S. Marshals could. They have to be directed to, though, and I'm afraid he won't do that because they're under the executive branch. So, womp womp. But thanks for the question, everybody. I'll see you guys tomorrow. You're so welcome, Tina. Thank you for being here every day. I really appreciate your support. Thank you guys for being here. I'll see you guys tomorrow at 4. We'll do this all over again. Love ya. Mwah.